listening to the best radio in the universe. Non-stop music. All day long.
You are listening to New Jersey's badass radio legend, Gregory Joseph, on New Jersey 88.7 WGAT.
Yeah, baby.
Baby.
This is New Jersey 88.7 FM, home of the Mean Machine, the Lisas, and the Meanie Angels. Don't be gay and rock on, baby.
Holy crap! You're listening to New Jersey 88.7 FM WGAT with your voice of choice, Gregory Joseph. Rock on, baby.
Okay, let's go.
Tune in to the Mean Machine Radio Show with Gregory Joseph on New Jersey 88.6 WGAT. Your ultimate destination for real people, real life, and pop culture discussions. Join us for insightful conversations, special guests, and a lot of fun every week. Don't miss out on the excitement. Listen to the Mean Machine Radio Show.
Rock me, baby.
I'll rock it. All right, baby. It is Thursday. I believe it is. Anyway, that is June 19th. You know what this day means to me? Absolutely nothing. The same thing as Groundhog Day, even less. Welcome, because right off the bat, we're hot right out of the gate. I am Gregory Joseph, and this is WGAT as we present Mean in the Morning, and that would be me. I have my special guest host today. Jessica May is back with us. I can't believe she agreed, but that's pretty odd. She probably had nothing better to do, and that's cool. It is Thursday, kind of Wednesday between Wednesday and Friday. So the way I see it is right here, 88.7 FM. It is 11:12. Okay, so we got that right, and we have, I don't know. Looks like it's under 100 degrees right now where I am, which is nice. But anyway, it is 8:12 on Pacific time. It is 11:12 a.m., 12 minutes past the hour on the East Coast, New York, New Jersey area. So welcome, because I am Gregory Joseph and you are not. And all right, like I said, this is our morning show. So what we do is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, if you're going by Eastern time, that is 11 a.m. to, I don't know, it goes for a couple hours, give or take. It depends on how long I spend in the shower. By myself, by the way, because I've seen Psycho too many times. I'm in there locked and loaded, baby. Anyway, it is Thursday, so thank God it's like Friday Eve, if you want to call it that, the Eve of Friday. And there's never a shortage of stupid, idiotic, not only just people, but just like some of these things that you see current event-wise, stuff that comes up on the internet, on the AP wire and such. I'm not clever enough to make some of this up. I really am not. I mean, people are stupid. I swear to God. And it's like common sense went out the window with like corduroy pants and the hula hoop. That shit has been gone for a while, just so that you understand. But I'm sure that most of you be you're probably on the same crash course as I am right there. So whether you take a stairway to heaven or a highway to hell, it ends up right here on the Mean Machine Radio Show. We're going to have a great show on Saturday night. By the way, for those that missed Tuesday's show, it was great. And we were talking about the numbers and everything that we had from last Saturday, the Father's Day special. It was great. Had almost 16,000 people before it was even repurposed on X. There was, I think, like 8,000 on TikTok or whichever other one we were on. And we had almost peaked at 80,000 listeners, about 78,000. So not bad, but it was really fun. We have an 80s night that's going to be coming up. And actually, the cat's out of the bag now. So it's not going to be this Saturday, but I believe we're going to do our regular 2-day special where it's kind of like a marathon. That's going to be for 4th of July weekend, which, believe it or not, I believe it's like 2 weeks from now. Yeah, that's right. You have your mortgage and or rent coming up. So stop spending stupid the store because you need your money. All right. And we know you got a 5-day grace period. That should be the name of your band. Anyway, that's going to be 80s on with that. We're going to do it that Friday. 4th of July lands on a Friday. So we're going to be setting off bombs and and it'll be awesome. And back in my hometown, we have that stuff all the time, not just 4th of July. You know, is it gunshots? Is it the 4th of July? The hood may never know. But hey, that is what it is. All right. That being said, I'm going to bring in my my co-host because she's sitting there with bated breath. She's a firecracker. Now, let me tell you something. She's a rocking chick, but it's not just that. You got to be able to let things flow, let things fly. So we have different people that have been coming on as my co-host. And like I tell a lot of people, or they tell them, I should say, if you can survive me, you deserve to be here. And she has so far. So she's a meanie angel in training, so to speak. But she's cool. She's a cool chick. And you'll see she's not like a little flower or something like that. Don't aggravate her because you make my life a living hell as well. So let's bring her in. How's that for an intro? So there she is, Miss Jessica May. Good morning, my dear. How are you?
Good morning. How are y'all?
Y'all. All right. Can you tell she's from Texas? Because we don't talk like that up here. We get our ass. So that's cool. All right. Very good. All right, so you heard your I heard your little intro there. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. It is Thursday, and we're gonna have fun. And I was telling it, as you could hear from my little monologue right there, that yeah, I mean, we're going to do that. It's in 2 weeks. So we're going to have like an 80s thing on that Friday, and then we're going to blend into our 70s, 80s, 90s for that Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of people are going to be coming in and out, not just celebs. They're going to be like different people, just regular everyday people that just want to, and it's not just rock. We're going to have a little bit of everything. So I'm sure you'll be there and the crew and everyone else. So yeah, it'll be fun. It's fun for the whole family. It's like Play-Doh. Except the taste is good. I mean, if you want salty stuff, you eat Play-Doh, and if you want sweet, what was dessert? Paste, right? Wasn't paste like dessert?
Yeah, it's like paste. You just couldn't resist the Play-Doh, though. I mean, it was really, really hard.
Yeah, that's what she said. But not only that, it was so salty and everything. It's like whether it was blue, yellow, red, whatever, it didn't matter. It was just salty.
You just had to go for it.
And if you want to make perfect boogie balls, that would be rubber cement, right? I mean, that was like perfect. You could hit the teacher from a mile away and blame it on the kid with the glasses that nobody likes anyway. But anyway,
it's really hard not to smell the magic markers either, too. So,
the ditto sheets, remember?
Yeah.
We were getting high in like fourth grade. Like,
yeah. It was irresistible. So, had that smell. I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't know what the hell it said. We didn't care. We just first period got it the best. And by third period or whatever, you're like, it dissipated. This sucks.
Yeah,
I want to get high.
I need a new Sharpie. I need a new magic marker. No.
Sharpies. I wasn't subtle about it. I got a red one like sticking out of my nostril or everything. They're like, Greg, you want to put that down? We're going to call your mother. I'm like, well, that won't take long. She's on speed dial in the main office. I was so bad in grammar school. This is a true story that they had my parents, both of them, at their work numbers on speed dial. And this is when speed dial had first came out. It was like the early 80s. So I was in office so many times, so frequently, I should say, detention, whatever. They had to keep me away from everyone else because then I would get everybody, to just act like me, and you don't want a classroom of that. So they would
get the whole, where the principal got the paddle out and, got the.
Well, they had one on the wall. It was just like intimidation. Like you could see it up on the wall.
Oh, no, I got it.
Really?
Yes.
All right. Well, hey, that was called parenting and schooling. Now
that's right.
It's called assault now, but back then it was not.
They busted our ass here in Texas. So
sit down and shut the up. And
that's right. That's what they did out in the hall. There you go. Principal busted your ass.
Now that I think, thanks for bringing back that hurtful memory. But now that I think, I think that, yeah, possibly. I hope it was the teacher.
And my parents were like, "Do it."
I know. My that's another story. Like, oh well, your mom is so nice. She came in to pick you up. You don't have to have detention. She goes, "Oh no." Oh no!
Yeah,
he has to pay for. I'm like, thank. This is like the same person they bring up to the commissary. We can parole him now. No, let him do the entire time. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, parents do it.
I'm not even making this up. This isn't even entertainment. It's true. The best stuff is nonfiction.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but anyway, so I'm in the office so much that they gave me a job in there. So I filed. I answered phones. I am not joking. Principal's office. I was there so much. I actually got an award. I don't know.
Been there.
Yeah.
They couldn't get a hold of my parents one time. So just like they had the local police bring home my brother, and then he got smart in front of the cop, and my mom straight up just slapped him right across the face, right in front of the police officer.
Shoot my son in the hip. Somewhere
Yeah, she just smacks him. So yeah. Life was entertaining as kids here in Texas. They didn't give a shit. We had to walk the line. But look, we're better off for it. All these other pussies don't know how to act.
See that? Yeah, well, they totally waive liability too. Yeah, just shoot him in the foot. We'll just say you got into like a car accident or something.
Yeah.
Like, Mom, that's the cops. But it's fond memories. There's Gen X. Rock on, baby.
That's right. That's right.
When someone says this or threatens us with this or that, I go, you
yeah.
have no idea, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got a blister from writing this report. Sit the down. What are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I can stand outside and write. I will not smack my brother like 50 times on a garbage can lid on the piece
That's
of paper.
right. Well, now the kids are crying when they don't even want to put red on your grades on your paper. I'm like,
what?
Oh my God, it might hurt the kids' feelings.
Are you serious or are you making this up?
No, I'm being serious here. It was a thing like a few years ago. I'm like, you better write red on my kid's shit. Like, what is your problem?
Back in the day, we either got a smiley face, a star, or like an upside down face with like a middle finger or something. Like you,
Yeah.
like
They
we
would
would
grade here and then in red, and they wanted to stop it because red F or whatever D would start to hurt children's feelings. And I'm like, nah, we're not doing that with my children.
that's gay. I can't. No, that you can't do that. You're harming them. What people don't
It-
understand is in the end, you're harming them.
yep.
They're not prepared. Life doesn't work that way.
It
It's not.
does not.
It's a box of shh.
So I just started walking around the house putting red on everything. I'm kidding.
Life needs to lay off the grains. There's a lot of, but like I said, and then some of these people, well, they don't seem very well adjusted. Well, maybe if you didn't get, go, oh, and pat their head on everything, maybe they would be. Now they're unprepared for life. Once again, you're harming them more than you think you're helping. You're not helping shit.
Not helping nothing. My parents would tell me not to do some shit, and if I started crying, it was like, seriously, you're crying?
Crying.
Walk that
Red
shit
magic
off. I
marker.
broke my arm. Walk it off.
Red magic marker upside that. They would write on that, you idiot. We went over this 20 times in class. Like, they're not giving. We do it in like we want it in mauve or light violet or something. No, it's in red. You're a idiot, and that's it.
Yeah, that's
And-
right.
And don't pull your sister's hair or something, whatever it was. But I was just whatever. Anyway, so I have something that I think will be very interesting. Like I said, we'll come hot right out of the gate here, and this is. I was going to say so. All right, let me take a look at this. 1 second. I think that was me with a little background noise. All right, so you're going to love this one, Jessica. This is just so retarded. It's insane. So this comes off Fox Newswire. I believe it was a day or two ago. And one of our own, I'll give her credit, one of our very own people here, one of our admins, actually. So Lisa, not that means anything because we have like 50 Lisa here. Lisa T, she sent this over and said this might be good to go into because just wow. I'm going to read this. I can't share my screen with this. I will in a little bit, but I'm going to read this and you're going to laugh. You guaranteed. Man finds he was married without his knowledge, and the woman was arrested. What the are you kidding me?
Without his knowledge?
What, was he asleep?
I mean, what the fuck? Yeah, was he asleep? Was he dead? Is he alive? I mean, I'm just really, I'm confused.
Yeah,
I've got questions.
We've got
Lots
questions
of them.
Yeah, maybe he had something bad to eat. He hit a bad clam and then all of a sudden made a right turn and boom, you're married, bro.
Flipped a Molly in his drink and they were in Vegas. And then there you go.
That's right. Roofies aren't just for kids anymore. They're for adults. So
that's right.
All right, so let me
She
read
wanted
this.
that man bad.
Oh, you're going to like this. Well, maybe you won't. They're in Texas. Sorry.
Okay.
Well, it says Beverly Hills, Texas. Where the hell is Beverly Hills, Texas?
No freaking way. I don't even know.
What the hell? Doesn't matter. It says a 36-year-old woman.
Somewhere gay.
I cannot even. I gotta. We're Gen X, so for reading purposes, nothing else. I need my glasses. All right, here we go. So a 36-year-old woman is being held on felony stalking charges. That's what they call marriage, not stalking, which is appropriate. In a bizarre case where a wedding was held without the groom present and without his knowledge. All right.
Okay, another one? What the
right.
hell is going on with these men that don't know about weddings or getting married? What the hell?
Well, it's not all our fault. We do drink a lot. But
what are y'all doing? Like,
well, it wasn't me. I wasn't even around for this. I wasn't
these women are desperate.
Maybe this is wrong. It says Beverly Hills in comma and says TX. So it's
well, that must be some gay place in Texas because most of these men, I don't know. Texas men don't typically fall for that shit.
Well, maybe he wasn't from. I don't know, but anyway,
maybe he's not from here. I don't know.
Right, he's from a planet far, far away. It says Beverly Hills Police Chief Corey Martin expressed he's never seen anything like this. You think? I was here Friday evening when this came in. I'm quoting him. When I was talking to the lieutenant, I said, I don't I don't think nice writing. I don't think in 23 years, yeah, good editing, I've
Yeah.
ever heard of anybody who managed somehow to get married to someone who wasn't present for the ceremony.
No. Yeah, no. I've never heard of it. No, unless you
Okay,
want to
well,
go back to way, way back in the day when they did those like proxy stand-in people, but even somebody was present. So I don't know. Somebody had
could
to be
you
there.
imagine the awe of somebody like, look, I really love you and I want to marry you and I have shit to do that day. Do you mind just going to the altar without me? Like, what the
Yeah. Can you just fucking go by yourself and I'll see you at the honeymoon? That's where I really want to be anyway. So
Yeah, no kidding. After that, I will show up for with a video camera to
yeah,
when you're
yeah.
giving birth. All right,
That's
in
where he
between,
wanted to be anyway. So
right. We want to go right to the dessert. Forget about the
didn't want to fucking be at the wedding anyway.
yeah.
So
We just
it was one of them bridezilla people, probably. So,
bridezilla. Oh yeah, I remember that stuff. That and it was like always the ugliest, fattest chick ever, and they're like, I wonder
Yeah.
why. I'm like, because he's sober. I don't know. All right, so here we go. At first, this is quoting. At first, we were really considering that it may be some forged documents. However, once we made contact with the Reverend, who ended up signing the actual ceremony, showing that they were unified, he basically, solidified the fact. Yeah, the groom was not present when that occurred. He continued. Yeah, that sounds on the up and up.
So he's
Christian,
just in on it. This
apparently, a large sum of money given to the rectory. Swayed
there
him.
it is.
I
There
don't
it
know.
is.
I'm
There
just.
it is.
I don't need that kind of stress. All right. So it says
Nope.
Kristen Lee Spearman was arrested and booked into the McLennan County Jail. Chief Martin said his office was contacted by a 42-year-old man on Friday who said that he found a package from his ex-girlfriend at his home, which included a copy of a marriage certificate showing that they were married.
Wow.
Oh, it doesn't end there. It says the victim, not the groom, the victim told police he had been in a relationship with the suspect and they got a marriage license around June 2nd, but broke up before a wedding took place. Chief Martin said that. So in other words, they weren't engaged, they didn't elope, nothing, just boom, right from that. And
Just boom.
during happy hour, and that was that. So it says Chief Martin said the investigation determined the woman convinced a pastor to certify the marriage without the groom being present. Chief Martin said that he then went to the county clerk's office and filed the certificate. Wow. The chief explained that he has spoken with the victim who expressed that he's going through a significant process. Yeah, okay. To try and fix the situation. I talked to the victim and he's going through a significant process to try to have this fixed at this point. And so that's a whole nother situation.
My God, it shouldn't be that significant. He wasn't there. He didn't do anything. Just drop that shit. Oh my God.
I was at like a football game and all of a sudden
Right.
you're on, you're like, who? You're like Mrs. Martin. I'm like, my mom? No, Mrs. Martin. So,
Oh, I couldn't even just wake up one day and you're just married.
that's awesome. Not really. It says, hopefully she's
And
good.
by the way, you have 3
Horrible.
kids attached and
Oh my
a
God.
mortgage that you don't know about.
I would have been okay with that, just not the marriage. All right, so let's see. It's at that point another situation, quote unquote. What does that mean for my safety, my property? Which is a huge conversation in this. But
Yeah.
at a point,
That's
but
what I'm
also, well, it says, but also what I have to do to fix it. But man, did they really misquote it? And it's looking like the process is going to be quite lengthy. Chief Martin explained how the situation has been a rare occurrence. A rare occurrence.
Rare?
It's happened before, but it's rare. And how they've been handling it. And then it just goes on for a while. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Active military overseas, unable to make it. Oh, he was in the military. He wasn't even around.
Oh my gosh. I can't even see how this is rare and could be lengthy. This is just stupid. It's stupid.
It
like
is.
you said, stupid.
And what kind of woman is like okay with that? She's like, yeah, that's cool.
Hey, some of these women out there are desperate nowadays. That's what I said.
Why? Why are you desperate to get married?
I don't know.
You'd be desperate not to.
Yeah.
Just hang out, watch some movies, have some food, do the wild thing, and then repeat if you want to, and that's it. I mean, it's always the same thing. That's what they had a great meme one time. It's a guy on one bent knee, and the woman is standing there crying, and the caption says, "He goes, will you make my life a living hell?" She's like, "Yes, I will." She's
Yes.
like, "Oh."
I'm so excited to do it. I want to dye my hair blue and go just do it. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my
Sorry.
God, blue hair. I know Mike's probably not far away. He's like, what the? But anyway, so he's like, God damn it. All right. Anyway, so that was so thank you to Lisa to send it over because I saw this. I'm like, this can't be real.
That's wild.
This is why California. I just what the hell is wrong with these people? And obviously Beverly Hills. I mean, it's an opulent area. You would think like stuff like that would never happen, but somebody got paid off. I think the pastor was
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. He should be in trouble. He took the money, and that's what it sounds like. It's just money.
I go over and ask for the money back and be like, oh, for Christ's sake, give me the money.
Give me the money back. Let the guy off the hook. It should be that simple. But they want to.
I'll throw a 50 in the collection plate on Sunday, but don't do this to me. Yeah,
they're making things easier for her than they are him.
Yeah, like all of a sudden she has all these rights. This guy was like sleeping with a bender, and all of a sudden he's married.
And she's got all the damn rights, and he's just got to go through a bunch of shit.
Makes you want to run out and get married, huh? It really does. That's just.
Any men listening right now are probably freaking just scared to death right now. They're just like, what
I need Adderall. I need no dose. I need sleep again. It's like,
they're scared to death right now.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, don't fall asleep.
Don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep.
1, 2, marriage is coming for you. Yeah. All right. That one on the fly. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can sing that whole song. Yep. And
no, I mean, I can say that up. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, they're scared.
You know the whole song. This is why we're really popular, Jessica, because we know shit like this.
That's right. I was singing it the other night, the whole thing.
Oh my God, that house must be. You're gonna have to invite me over for tea. I got to see what goes on over in that place. That sounds crazy, but fun, crazy fun. Observe the shit that goes on. Oh my God, I can make a career out of just what goes on in just a few hours over there. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah, you really could.
That's awesome. All right, so let's see what else we have in the news here. This is all stupid and blah 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 blah. This one said some shit to somebody else. We're gonna bomb you. You're gonna bomb me. Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass. Kiss their ass. Okay, let's just go down.
You read like I do. Fuck them. Fuck you. Fuck that.
Yeah, because it's the same shit. You do know that SpaceX Starship exploded. It was like this big, huge fireball thing came up on the ABC News thing a few hours ago.
Oh man, no, I didn't catch it this morning. Did it really?
Well, that's what it says. Let me see. SpaceX Starship explodes in huge fireball. It's tested in, guess where? Texas. Exploded after the craft experienced a major anomaly. You think?
Yeah, think.
Yeah, I see a big thing, a ball of fire and all that. Yeah, I would say that's most likely an anomaly. You're correct. I'm sorry. That's when everybody they decide they want to contact me when I'm live, emails and all stupid shit. Anyway, but anyway, we'll take our first break in another minute or two. But before we go to that, let me at least go to the news part here on my screen, and let's share it so that at least you can see what's going on here. So it could be 1 second. Okay, we got that. Nope, and nope. So let's cancel that. All right. Well, we had it up there. There we go. Yeah, like I said, I just kind of scan through it, and there we go. So we'll share the screen right there. Okay. So Microsoft plans thousands of job cuts. How AI is reshaping the labor market. Yeah, you're screwed, dude.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. Are we going to get a stimulus check in 2025? Maybe. That would be nice.
Sure, we'll see.
Let's see. Bagels, 5 bagel flavors. You should ever eat. Nobody gives a shit about that. Like I said, not the best. MSN really does not do a great job of anything when they're compiling the news, in my opinion. It's just kind of all over the place. Everybody knows, credit card debt. Yeah, let me go into major debt with my house on the 3 mortgages to pay off my Visa. What are you, stupid? So.
Yeah, nobody cares. Everybody's been there, done that, whatever. We're going through it. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's the world.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. All right. We'll probably touch on this when we get back, but I have to. I'm sorry. I know we don't do this kind of thing, but I can't keep my mouth shut anyway. Juneteenth and the need to speak our uncomfortable truths. You got to be me.
God. I thought that was over with.
No, it's today, apparently.
God.
It's not merely a holiday. It's a homecoming. By the way, everybody actually, I saw them, they're going to work and the banks are open. I don't know what holiday they're talking about. It says it's a homecoming of the spirit, a holy moment of truth telling, a faithful act of remembrance. Okay, first of all, that's not true. It says my ancestors were enslaved in Galveston, Texas. The city's founder said this. They were members of the first African Baptist church known as Avenue L. Founded in 1848, there were people of faith that believed that one day their freedom would come, just as it did for the children of Israel. And that day finally arrived on June 19th, 1865. And they rejoiced. Okay, so let me stop right there.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Vikings used to kidnap my Irish people all the time. You don't hear me fucking complaining about it.
My Irish people. Top of the morning to you. I forgot. I should have said that this morning.
I mean, I got Irish bloodline. They were one of the first people getting freaking enslaved. I mean, come on. I'm not complaining about it.
Way before these, and I could give it.
Way before.
Oh yeah, like the thing with like reparations, all this other stuff. Not to get too political, but just speaking. You're Irish, obviously. I'm Italian. So at the beginning of or the turn of the century, they used to hang. And you could look this up. Not you. I'm just saying people in general. You could look this up. They hung Italians just because they thought that we were spies and this and that, and then it was against the country or whatever, and they hung them. There was no judge, no jury, just boom, dead.
Just boom.
I don't see anybody asking for reparations. I don't see anybody. I mean, the way you really punish them is you make them work in an Olive Garden. But other than that, there was nothing that I could see that. I don't see anybody. Nobody had their hand out of it. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's my point. Go further back in history and see where this shit really started. I mean, come on, do some homework, people. Really. I mean, really, because none of us people were complaining about that shit.
Service, and after they started and they came over here, get all of that. I'm not trying to downplay it or discount it. I'm just saying that and why is it only like the last few years? So this stuff exists,
right?
And it took them hundreds of years to pull the trigger on this, or are we just dumber now that we're like, okay, sure,
dumber.
It's the people, because obviously the current course of events changed. And there hasn't been slavery in a long time. So,
and in a very,
and then there's white person bad, like, okay, right. Everybody's horrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It began with white people being enslaved, just to let everybody know. Let's go back in history. I mean, come on.
They were Irish. Wasn't there a group that came over? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And that was what, your aunt and uncle?
Well, no, I mean, it goes further back than that. It was the Vikings. It was easy to get to them. The Vikings started going in there and grabbing up Irish people. It was way back in the day. It started a long time ago. I mean, I do some history homework. I don't know. People should just read a book or something.
No, they believe whatever they see because they're sheeple. And by the way, they got cursed because they did that. They have never been able to win a Super Bowl. Now, you ever notice that? See karma? That's right.
Hey, I don't even like them. Yeah, I don't like the Vikings. I like the history Vikings, even though they kidnapped our people. See, I don't hold no grudges. I don't care. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I was not there.
My people.
I was not there. I don't care who got freaking enslaved.
You're not gonna start singing "Let My People Go" because this show is only in
hell no. I don't give a shit.
And there you have it, folks. Yeah, she's like, them kids. Anyway, so
fuck them kids. I don't give a shit. Kidnap them all them redheads.
Yeah. Well, yeah, then you have like that, and then you have the gingers. That's another story, though. I kind of the little gingers,
Yeah.
They're cute. They're nice, right?
Yep. I was totally born a redhead. Then that went away, thank God. But,
It went away.
It did. Now I'm blonde. I was born redhead. My dad was full redhead. My grandma was like, great grandma, full spicy, full almost Irish. Yeah, so...
you know what, at least because most women that I've ever encountered, they forgot the original hair color that they had. And that was just 10 years ago. So I know, who knows? They're like, I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't have no baby pictures. Who knows? I don't know what it looked like.
Really? I don't know.
Whatever. No, I really do know what it looked like.
That's good to know, Jess. It really is. I'm happy to hear. She's like, let my people go. No more screwing around. All right, we're going to take a little break here. We'll go back to this June thing. What a bunch. It's just horse. Sorry. And I know people are going to be upset at that. I don't give a
I don't give a fuck. If I offend you, I think that shit's a fucking funny too.
I'm offended that they're offended. I'll put it
That's
out.
right. That's right.
So anyway, at least we're on the same page. But you're funny. Like everything was like, yeah, I don't care. Then you're like, my people. I'm like, all right, take it easy, Justice. They've been released since, and there will be no Super Bowls for the Vikings ever. So you get what you got. I mean, fair is fair.
There you go. That's right. It is what it is.
Oh my God, I can't. You can tell this one's gonna be funny. All right, here's one. Here we'll go up on the screen. Here's a list of people that could kiss my. Look at that list.
Oh, I think mine's longer.
Oh my God.
It just goes across my entire house.
It's a scroll.
Yeah.
Hear ye. You can kiss my ass. I can picture you with like your entire family. You're just walking through like Walmart or something, be like, all right, just drop right there and be like, okay, here's a list of people. I just wanted everyone to know while I have your attention. You know, oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Ask my family. They already know. She has a list. They'll tell you.
Set pronouns on fire and throw them into the parking lot. So
That's right.
welcome to Walmart. Yeah. You ever notice they don't do that at Target though? They don't give a shit. They like just walk. You know what? We know why you're here. You know why you're here. You can't afford to go to Macy's or whatever. So just shut the up, go in and get whatever your Tylenol or whatever you want. At Walmart, they're all like happy. They're like, well, I can't collect that full Social Security. So welcome to Walmart.
No, I can't go into Walmart. I can't go into Walmart because I almost get in fist fights. People are fucking stupid at Walmart.
God, I think you're awesome. Anyway, that's just who fights it.
I will. They're fucking stupid at Walmart, so I can't go there. I mean, I can't. Ask my family, ask my husband. It's almost happened several times, so I have to stay out of there. They keep me out of there.
Poor man. Yeah, just wait in the car. We'll grab whatever you need, Justin.
Yeah, most people don't want to go to the store with me.
I do. I think it would be fun.
Yeah, you would have fun maybe, but everybody else around me gets a little embarrassed because I'm like, fuck you.
He's like, all right, bail money, check.
Yeah, people keep bail money when they go to the store with me.
That's awesome. Why do you need an extra 200? Why does Daddy need an extra 200? Mom, got it. Check. All right, we're gonna take a break. We'll be back. That's actually this is funny. Anyway, let me take it off the screen because I want to offend people, and that's not good enough. How about this one? Here's a good one. And there you have it. Happy Thursday. And there's a Jersey one. There you go. All right.
I love it. What the fuck are you looking at? I say it all the time.
That's a little. Yeah, I mean that's universal. It's not specific.
It is universal. It is universal.
It is. All right, so let me bring in a little bit of music. You know, like the horrible. We'll leave that on there. You can mute your mic, and we will be right back. You're listening to 88.7 FM WGAT as we present Mean in the Morning. That is I hanging out with Jessica. Her and I are going to go over some more stuff and ridiculous, stupid people how do you get married and not know it? We'll be back. Stupid.
Welcome to New Jersey 88 WGAT. You're listening to the Mean Machine Radio Show, home of Mr. Badass himself, Gregory Joseph.
When you need the best sound, when you want the best songs, tune in. We're here for you. The best radio in town all day long.
All right, so we're back. It was a little bit of an extended one. That one was on me. I needed more coffee, and the Keurig was not cooperating, so I beat the shit out of it a little bit. Now it's fine. It's got a big smile on its face. Anyway, for those that are coming in right now, welcome to Mean in the Morning. It's our morning show. It's on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. That would be 8 a.m. Whatever, wherever the hell I am. I don't know, somewhere on the West Coast here. We've got my partner in crime, so to speak, for today. That would be Jessica May. So I appreciate her being, we didn't even give her, I should give her a little bit here. There you go. She deserves it. Hanging out with me, it's like a prison sentence. But anyway, but you get paroled early for good behavior, and I'm hoping she won't be good because that's boring. And so anyway, all right, Jess, so what do you think about this Juneteenth? Like, what's your final wrap up for? How do you feel about Juneteenth, honestly? I mean,
It was gay.
All right, there you have it, folks. It is gay. Anyway, so let's move on. See, she fits in perfectly here. It's like we don't have time for this. This is like,
I don't give a shit.
That's right. Survey says, yep, it is gay. Yep, it was on there. I knew it. Anyway, so that's. She's like, yeah, I'll just wrap this up in one word, pal. All right. So anyways, let's move on, shall we? All right, so let's see, what else do we have? Let's click on crime. There we go. Since I'm from Jersey, why not? All right, so let's see what we got. People are getting whacked in North Charlotte at the hotel. Well, that's what happens. Anything that's under 100 a night, you might get clipped. But
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that word. I just still love that word.
What? What word?
Whacked.
I'm not going to say.
People are still getting whacked.
There's so many things I could say, but I'm not going to say. Speaking of, it says The Sopranos, true story, the real life mob boss who inspired Tony Soprano. I have seen this a billion times. I'm not even going to go over this. I'm from that area, obviously, and it's just, we already know. And come on, you really want me to talk about this stuff out loud? You get us all killed. Anyway, so it says ICE deports Florida pastor's wife after 30 years in the U.S. Oh, well.
What?
That's what it says. Let's look at this one. Yeah. So this is up on the, this came in about 6 hours ago. It says ICE deports Florida pastor's wife after 30 years in the U.S., which sounds ridiculous. Let me take this off and so I could share.
30 years. Well, she got 30 years out of it, so whatever.
Well, at least he knew he was married. All right, hold on a second.
At least he knew he was married.
Right.
Damn straight.
Jesus. All right, so here it is. There you go. I don't know if you can see that. Let me grab this off of there so that you can see the whole
What's
thing.
up with the pastors, too? Giving away marriages to people who don't exist or didn't know and doing it illegally. I don't know.
You're out there fighting for your country. Meanwhile, some bitch is over here like going through your checkbook and sorry, I meant super. Anyway, so it says federal immigration authorities deported the wife of a Florida pastor who's been living in the United States for nearly 30 years. Daniela Isidro said in a Facebook post that her mother, Maria Isidro, had been removed back to Mexico from their home in Live Oak, Florida. She's an illegal alien from Mexico, was issued a final order of removal from an immigration judge on October. Look, this is how long. You ready for this? Here's the date. October 21st, 2004.
Okay, like we need to know that now. What the okay.
So 21 years later, she was busy. After she failed to show up for a court date, there's a shocker. She has exhausted all due process and has no legal remedies left to pursue. Well, it's been 21 years. What do you expect?
Well, I mean, you've had plenty of time to get your shit together.
No kidding. And everybody else's. I mean, the whole generation. There's a lot of shitty.
Hers, mine, yours, anybody's. You can get everybody's shit together in that amount of time.
That's right. In a big pail. And it says after failing to self-deport. She has exhausted all due process, no legal remedies, you think? And it says to leave the U.S. for more than 2 decades, ICE Immigration and Customs Enforcement, for those that don't know what ICE stands for, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, arrested her on June 3rd, 2025, and deported her on June 11th, 2025. Department of Homeland Security. Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin said, she told Newsweek, let me continue reading. Wait a minute. I skipped the whole part. There we go. Okay. And then it says Department. They told Newsweek there at Newsweek contact only for comment. It doesn't look like there's any that was posted. And it says there's a hardline crackdown on immigration under the Trump administration. U.S. Immigration's Customs Enforcement ICE ramped up arrests across the country. We all know about this. You can't turn on the TV and not know. Right. So the White House has maintained that anyone living in the country illegally is considered a criminal. I don't know if that's overstating it, but legal.
No, it's not. Well, it's absolutely not. Do it the right way. Did you see what Arnold went on The View and said? Arnold Schwarzenegger, I freaking loved it. It was great.
What did he do? He's the Terminator. Tell me.
It was fucking great. He went on there on The View. The whole crowd went silent because he was talking about, coming into the country, and he was like, basically, you're coming into someone else's home, and you want to fucking respect it, and you want to follow the rules, and you want to do it the right way. And I love the way he said it. It left everybody speechless.
Well, it was great. He would know. He is a legal.
That's right.
Right. He came from Austria.
I recommend everybody watch that. The way he worded it was fucking great. I loved it. Go Arnold.
Yeah, there you go. When the Terminator tells you something, you do it. Or Conan, right. However you want to look at him. But yeah, that's it's really like, and I've seen a lot of things. Like I said, we don't really comment on this stuff, especially on the show. But being that it's in like right in smack dab in your face and it's happening in real time, this isn't something that we're talking about past tense. It is something that's happening now. And they said, well, this person's got to have due process. Well, did you have due process when you came in?
No.
You want on the way out, though. I see. And you don't want to get me started on that. That is a slippery slope, and I'm going to be really aggravated with these idiots that say this stuff.
I wonder if I go commit treason, if I'll get due process. Probably not. I don't know. I think they get more. I'd better shut up.
I understand where it's going, and I don't disagree with you at all, but it's just not. Like my family came in here legally, and when I say my family, I'm talking about like from, they were on the boat. It wasn't just people from Sicily and they were on there with the Irish and Polish and
yes,
and everybody came over, and whether it was for the most part it was Ellis Island,
Ellis Island. That's
it was in New York Harbor. And they chopped our names off and everything. And they put us in quarantine and all the different things that happened. I'm not asking for the
It was wild what they put us through to come over here illegally, coming through Ellis Island. And these people just walking across, no problem. We're swimming.
It's just, I don't understand. Okay, is it a broken system? Obviously. Can we fix it? Well, we have to. That's a must. But you have to clear the playing field first before you do. Let's start over, because there was millions coming in, and a lot. Well, you're in Texas. I don't need to tell you.
No, you don't need to tell me.
Laredo, wasn't that the biggest culprit for like that and drugs and everything? Was Laredo? Am I incorrect by saying that?
West Texas is ridiculous, and that shit is ridiculous.
I mean, people live there, and these people are like on their lawns and shit, and gangs, and not all of them. And I'm not saying every one of them is bad, but that's the first thing someone will say, you're being bad. No. Look, unless you're an alligator, an Indian, you came from somewhere else, right? So all I'm saying is it's not, you got to do it the right way. And
do it the right way. We all have to do shit the right way. If I did shit the wrong way, I would be in prison. So it's, no.
There's so many things I want to say. As you can tell, I'm holding back, but it's just not, you got to be on the same page. People have to understand this is not a new thing. Okay. So if, my family early, it was like 1908, whatever. And they came in and they worked, and they were proud to be Americans. They would not speak. They were told at home, speak English whenever possible. It was broken, that we were made fun of. We were considered not citizens, you know what I mean? And they look down upon us like we're all like criminals.
They really did.
And it's not just, I'm not just saying the Italians, I'm saying every.
No, it was the Irish, it was all of
Yeah.
us. I've got part German in me too, and the German
Not-
side, they changed the spelling of our name and everything so we wouldn't be associated with German. I mean,
Mhm. I've heard no. I mean, we could laugh about it, but that's definitely true. We had our names chopped,
yeah,
to fit on a piece of paper or whatever it was.
yeah,
And this is my great grandmother. While she was, God rest her soul, she would tell me some of these stories. She was around for it. They were on farms in Sicily, and then they came over. They opened up. Like they had like bakeries and like small little grocery stores and that kind of stuff, like mostly around revolving around food. And now there was neighborhood stuff, like this is like what became Little Italy, but you had like Irish in one section, you had Jewish in another section, you had there wasn't Spanish back then, but it was you had like I said, there were Italians over here, and but everybody kind of had their own area, but they kind of had a mutual respect, like they knew that they were all trying to survive.
yeah.
That was it. It was about family. It was about survival. It was about doing the right thing. And for the most part, of course, there's going to be bad apples. There was, gangsters and this and that, and people that didn't do what it was supposed. But as a whole, that's not fair to say everybody that came over were criminal. That's not true. There was people that worked really, really hard, and they loved their
Yeah.
country. They
That's
waved
that's
little
what my
flags.
family did. They came over and they were in the wars and stuff. They signed
Right.
up. I mean,
Right. There was no
we
threat.
came over, I think, in around 1798, somewhere around there. I don't know.
I know that I can only obviously I wouldn't. Neither one of us were there, but the stories that I've heard. So they
Yeah,
they dug the subways. This is like in New York, and they dug and built the skyscrapers and did that. They were worker bees. They needed them, like the high powered people, the J.P. Morgans and stuff like that, and they needed. Immigrants were put to work. I mean, there's no nice way to say it, but they needed to survive. So they did what they had to do for their family and to keep that name going. So they went through a lot. People were different back then. There was a mutual respect. Not everyone got along, but there was a mutual respect. And then there was good, bad, or indifferent in any generation or decade. And
absolutely.
the point that I'm getting to is that what's going on now should not be a big surprise. You had tons of time, and it's not their fault now. It's because what they were told and led to believe prior to all this is what made
Right.
it worse. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Here, let me give you this. Let me give you that. We didn't have our hands out. We didn't do that. We worked for what we had. Now, I'm not saying that
Absolutely.
they don't now. There's a lot of people that are good people, but I'm not saying that they're evil people. I don't have a problem with immigration. I have a problem with illegal immigration.
That's right.
None of us would be here if it wasn't for that. But I could tell you right this, we didn't swim from Sicily over here and I mean, maybe somebody did, but I don't.
Somebody might have tried, but
Well, they're no longer with us.
they're no longer with us. But no, we did it the right way, and that's the moral of the fucking story. Just do it the right way. I mean,
You gotta
please.
wait, and it's difficult and everything, but that's part of you cannot pick and choose what laws you want to follow. And maybe if the law sucks or it's not conducive, then you need to get it changed. How do you do that? You get people together, communities, state, federal, whatever you have to do, and you make some noise. The greasy wheel gets the grease, and you do what you have to do to make it best for not just you, for everybody, and then the future people, not just now. Can't do anything about before, but you can do something about now, and you can do
That's
something
right.
coming up, right?
That's right.
It's a way of thinking, and that's it. I don't want to get too super serious about it, but people are like, "Oh, well, after 30 years." Well, they told her in 2004. They said, you'll be fine." Well, nobody.
No, you're not.
We're not screwing around. There's been commercials about it and everything else. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I forgot to. But
We're
yeah.
not playing anymore.
Well,
Not
they were
playing
born
games.
here and everything else. But, well, they shouldn't have been. So that's on your parents for thinking that they could just do whatever. That's disrespect for your community and for your country. And when
That's right.
someone says, I've asked this one lady one time, this was years ago. I think it was in like a supermarket or something. She's like, "Well, I want to go back to my country." I'm like, "Well, are you a legal citizen here?" She goes, "Yes." I said, "Well, isn't this your country?" Like, it's the mindset. I'm like, she goes, "Well, I can say I'm Italian American. You can say you're Irish American or German American, but you should throw the American in there at some point." No, I mean, come on, it's this your country.
I'm an American.
Are you sure? I haven't seen your papers yet, but
I am fucking American.
All right, I just wanted to make sure nobody talks like that. That's not. So we're good. So we're good. Okay.
I leave all that bullshit behind. I have ancestors, but I'm American. I'm born in this USA.
You were born in Texas.
I'm not going to tell you where I was born, but I'm.
All right. Well, if you forgot, that's cool. We know you used to
No,
drink.
I didn't forget. Okay, I'll tell you. I was born in Illinois, but I am a fucking Texan.
Oh, all right. Hey, look, there's no. Oh, now I know you didn't want to say it's a blue state, but anyway.
Yeah. Now you get my point.
I was born in New Jersey. We're more of a purple state. We're more like black and blue.
I've been gone from there since I was like 4, so I don't even fucking know how. Yeah, bye.
Yeah, that doesn't even count. You
Yeah,
barely.
it doesn't really count.
Yeah, you weren't even playing with color forms back then.
Yeah, I was just born there. That's it. I'm Texan, as you can tell.
I couldn't. Yeah. Oh, no, I can. Yeah. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
There you go. See, I didn't even have to answer. That was awesome. See, I can't even do it that good. I sound like a guy from Jersey trying to say yeehaw. There's a difference. But I can say how you doing, and you can't do that as well.
No, I can't. I would love to. I love that.
Okay. Well, make sure we'll give you and your husband 2 first class tickets to Jersey. How you doing? Yeah. Well, the food's good, but there's no parking, so just stay where you are. All right. So here's another one. It says cops were searching for missing people inside a home, and they found remains stored in jars. Yep, in jars.
In jars. Who else did that? That was like Ed Gein or somebody. In jars. Jars. Okay.
What it says, cops were searching for missing people inside a home. They found remains stored in jars. It's something like out of a horror movie. Very horrific. Florence County Sheriff T.J. Joyce said. Incredible. So that's what's coming up on the wire. So it's kind of, I just wanted to see if anything else good came up on there. While
starting with that again, in the jars. I don't get the jars. I don't know.
Maybe that's all they had. Mason.
That's all they had. Like the freezer was broke.
Hey, they're trying to preserve it the best way they can.
The best way they can. Well, the freezer might have been better. I don't know, but they do pickle things down here, so maybe it works. I don't know where it was.
Jesus. Yeah, I'm not eating anything that I don't see made in front of me now that you mention it. So
you better watch out. Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
Get some pickled brains.
Yeah, I'm good. We have head cheese here. We don't need to compete with that stuff. That's just out of control. And there's some more serious stuff in the news here. I'm looking up on the Fox Wire. Let's see. We got that. Oh, please! I don't want to hear any more about California. They're obviously idiots.
Yeah.
This guy's an idiot. This governor is like, ugh. I can't even. Does he even understand that what he's saying is so ridiculous? And people believe it. Yep, it's true. No, it's not, dumbass. It's not true, and it's not even close to. If it was up to him, the whole friggin' state would have burned down. But anyway, one of Netflix's most watched films. Now, I already know what this is. This is underrated 1995 thriller, become one of Netflix's most watched films. Now, I don't believe they have the year correct because I believe this came out earlier than that. I already know what they're going to based on the what do you call it? Let me bring this up on here. Let me change.
I'm like, I gotta know because I'm like, we were talking about last night.
Well, let's see. Let me. Here we go. So it's up on the screen now. All right. So I already knew what it was once I saw this picture. So that's a picture.
Oh my God.
Yes. You know which one? Okay.
Yeah. It made me not even want to have kids because every time I was pregnant, I thought I was going to have a fucking alien pop out my belly.
That's not what this is. Oh my God.
Is that not alien? Which one is this?
No.
Oh, well, she's the face of alien.
Well, she is.
She's the face of Alien. So as soon as he's seen that, I'm like, that one fucked me up. So what's this one?
Sigourney Weaver has the uncanny ability to look really hot in one picture and look like a 14-year-old boy in another one. Like, I don't know what the deal is with her.
Yeah.
She looks really, really good or ridiculous. I'm serious. But the movie was called Copycat. Did you ever see it? It was
okay. Yeah.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. That was a good one. It really was. But
like before 1995. I don't know why they say that I'm into movies and all that. It came out in like 92.
Yeah.
But I moved to South Florida when I was working at QAM and everything, and that was in 95. And then I had already seen the movies. How the hell did it come out in 95? This is
I don't know. As soon as I seen her face, she's so known for Alien. As soon as I seen it, I was like, oh, that fucking movie.
You're like, I will never do it again. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, as soon as I seen her face, I'm like, fuck that.
All right, I have way too many mimosas for you. All right, so and it says an underrated thriller movie from 1995 is gaining new fandom and traction on Netflix as it makes its way into the streamer's top movies. The film Copycat is a suspenseful title about a serial killer who mimics the crimes of past infamous murderers. Like other movies and shows that get discovered by fans on Netflix and are later hailed as underrated masterpieces, the best series ever made, or even just must-see titles, the movie is getting some new love, it says. According to Fix Patrol, the movie had managed to crack the top 10 in all markets for Netflix and is holding steadily at number 10 spot in the United States, as well as the other spots in the top 10 in other countries. So do you remember
that? Not that bad. Yeah, I remembered. I actually watched it for the first time maybe a couple years ago. Honestly, I didn't watch it back in the 90s, so it's not that bad.
I liked it. It was like the one dude was copying other serial killers' MOs, like whatever.
Yeah.
Sam, Bjarno, like that.
And if I go on any further, I would just give away the plot, so I just need to shut up.
If nobody has seen this movie from 1995, them. I mean, so this is not like what do they call it? The spoiler alert or whatever.
Yeah, spoiler alert. I mean, anything you say about it, you're pretty much going to tell the fucking story. So,
see, there you have it, folks. As far as Jessica is concerned, if you don't have Netflix, try to tap into your neighbor's signal next door. If they live close enough, you should be able to steal the signal. It's simple.
It's simple, easy.
Yes, it is. I mean, I refuse to pay for Netflix, but my neighbor does. Rock on, baby. I'm kidding. But it's just some of the stuff. But that was, it was a good movie. You're fine. All you can think about is the guy that burst through the little alien that came out.
Yes, every time I was pregnant, that's all I can think of. I'm like, oh no, fuck that. No.
Yeah, if you're thinking of that movie while you're giving birth, I feel bad for you because it
was before birth. It's anybody's birth. That's all that scene just did to me. Just like. This fucking alien just coming out of you.
That's how I feel when I have indigestion.
They're still pretty good movies. I'll still watch them, but that's what I think of.
Oh my God, you're too funny. You're like, that's what I think of. All right, not happy thoughts. Like, this is the greatest day of my life. Oh my God, there's an alien coming out of my body.
I'm not even kidding. You know, they say birth is supposed to be beautiful and all that during the belly part. No, I never even took a picture. I was like, fuck that. This thing's an alien. It wasn't it until they came out and then it's like, oh, it's this beautiful baby.
She says, I got better shit to do. Put my ex in some jars. That's what I got going on. Yeah. So, oh my God. But yeah, definitely a good movie. Definitely a good flick. We might have to go to another break in another minute or two. But this is, I don't know. It's kind of funny, but yeah. And I missed that Arnold Schwarzenegger thing. Going back to that real quick, I wish I would have seen that because you have some of these because obviously everybody knows it's like all liberal and everything Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't watch The View. It came up on a clip on the news, and I was like, "You go, Arnold. That's fucking great. I love the way he worded it. It was beautiful, and the audience was silent. Those stupid asses that talk on there were silent. And he shut everybody up.
It's seriously, I don't even know why. I think they have that show still on just so people can make fun of it.
I think so. I don't.
Joy Behar.
There's no other reason why. I can't think of another reason why. But yeah, Arnold did so good. I was like, hell yeah.
Who's Oprah's sister? Who's that? Whoopi. Whoopi Goldberg is on that.
They were all silent.
Is there any reason that we have to actually look at Whoopi Goldberg at any point in the future, now or later? Honestly, who wants to look at her?
Nobody.
I kind of liked her at one point.
She wears her pajamas on there.
What is it?
She wears her pajamas on the show. Like, she just don't even try.
She doesn't try.
Her pajamas and
Are you wearing pajamas right now?
I'm actually not.
All right. I think you're lying, but that's fine. I think that you. All right, let's move on. Anyway, I'm not going to say it.
You will never know.
I don't want to know at this point. I really don't. You're scaring me. All right. So anyway, let's go. So here we go. It says, watch Elon Musk's Space X Starship rocket engulfed by flames in explosion.
He has some better news going on. He's a fucking legend. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, they're always going to portray him as a horrible man.
I know.
He made memorable guest appearances on several TV shows, and he also starred in the 1977 comedy movie Oh God, alongside George Burns as the title deity. Denver continued to tour throughout the 80s and 90s, while occasionally still acting here and there. He was also an avid pilot of small aircraft, which was unfortunately how he met his tragic end. On October 12, 1997, Denver lost control of his plane while attempting to switch out gas tanks mid-flight and fatally crashed into California's Monterey Bay. He was only 53. Aaliyah was destined to be a legend, bursting onto the scene with her debut R&B album Age Ain't Nothing But a Number in 1994. She quickly became a concert headlining powerhouse. Her 1996 sophomore album, One in a Million, went double platinum, and this was all before she even graduated high school. In 2000, Aaliyah decided to take on Hollywood, starring in Romeo Must Die alongside martial arts icon Jet Li. She followed that up with an even bigger role in the vampire horror flick Queen of the Damned and her self-titled third album. Alas, tragedy was lurking right around the corner. After completing a music video shoot in the Bahamas in August 2001, the small plane that was to ferry the singer back to the United States crashed upon takeoff. All 9 passengers were killed. Aaliyah was only 22. Carole Lombard was one of the most talented actresses of her generation and one of the first true superstars of the silver screen. She began her career as a child actress in the silent era, and when the talkies arrived, she had no trouble with the transition, thanks to her iconic sultry voice.
What do you want, Scorpion?
Lombard starred in countless screwball comedies, including 1936's My Man Godfrey, which scored her an Oscar nomination. Off-screen, she was famous for her whirlwind storybook romance with Clark Gable, whom she married in 1939. Lombard's career was going full tilt when the U.S. entered World War II, and like many actors, she helped out with a publicity tour to sell war bonds. Most of the trip was completed by train, but fatefully, she chose to board a flight home from Las Vegas to Los Angeles. The passengers also included Lombard's mother, MGM executive Otto Winkler, and a group of Army pilots. Alas, warning beacons had been disabled over the fear of Japanese bombers appearing on the mainland, and the plane strayed from its course. It then tragically plunged into a cliff on the side of Mount Potosi, about 30 miles outside of Vegas. There were no survivors. Lombard was only 33.
Is this your first capital campaign?
Okay, so that was just a few of them, and now it goes on for a while. I'm going to take.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that's actually kind of sad. There's been a lot of people, great people dying in those plane crashes. You know, Richie Valens, John Denver, Patsy Cline. I mean, there's a long list.
Leonard Skinner, the guys from there, right? And probably some more that I'm not even thinking about at this point.
There's a lot. Right? Richie Valens went down in that the same one.
Yep.
Really sad. And now you just got planes falling out of the sky everywhere. So whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna just say. I mean, they're using like older equipment. Although this shit could have been updated a while ago. And when you got Mr. fucking Magoo or whatever, like
nobody. They just stopped caring about their fucking jobs. They were just like, fuck it, let's bolt that there. We don't care. The door's open.
And it happened a lot. Like what? A few months ago, was it like February, whatever it was, January, February. And they were like, here's another one. Oh, and here's another one over by Philly, another one by DC.
Used to be the safest way to travel. Now it's like, no.
You're better off darting through traffic. It's like Frogger.
Yep.
You know, I mean, Jesus. Can we get some more people? Well, because we're not worried about DEI anymore. It's I don't care if you have like rainbow bright colored hair. It should be the best person for the job.
Please.
God damn it. This person, they have zero, like they're not good at any of this, and people's lives are at stake. But we want to be, you know, in the general consensus. You, that's enough of that. I'm glad that shit. They didn't even mess around with that. That was like the second or third thing. Like, the hell out of here.
Yeah, get the hell out of here. Gosh. Oh, yeah. Planes dropping out of the sky. I don't know how long it'll be before I fly again because I'm like, fuck that. It used to be
Let's throw $1 million so that they can have Sesame Street in Iran. That's money well spent, your tax money. That's pretty cool. So you have veterans dying in the street, committed suicide, homelessness, all this. But let's send it over so the Iranian kids can see birds.
The gayest fucking show ever. Why don't they put Scooby-Doo on there at least? I mean,
don't make fun of Sesame Street, man. You know as well as I do that an electric company molded that the well-educated people that we are now. So,
Well, I would watch it, but I'm sorry, I was a
come
Scooby-Doo
on.
chick.
Scooby-Doo was good. Ruh-roh. But yeah, Scooby-Doo was good. The only thing that pissed me off about Scooby-Doo is that part, the part of the beginning, where they're all running, but they don't seem to get anywhere. It still
But
pisses me off.
they're just
Were they on a treadmill? I couldn't stand that.
they're just running. Yeah, still one of my favorites, so I still watch it.
And then we all went right into school, and then what did we want? We all wanted Scooby snacks, didn't we? Admit you wanted. I want Scooby snacks.
That's
People
right.
still in their 60s, they're like, I want a Scooby snack. It's called Dreadnought. It's
Now they've got more stupid cartoons. They just kind of went there, and now these kids got some stupid cartoons to
I don't
watch.
even know what's going on with it. I'm glad my kids are older because let me tell you. Well,
Yeah, I got grandkids, and I'm like, nah, we're not watching that. I'm gonna switch it over to something else.
I'd rather watch the evening news with Dan rather than to put some of this shit on.
That's fucking right. I'm
I
like, Bluey, what? What the fuck is that?
I truly believe. Now, this is me being Gen X all the way, and I think you might agree. You probably are going to agree with this. For me, my opinion is no one will ever beat Looney Tunes like Bugs Bunny.
No one will ever beat that. Never.
Saturday morning cartoons. That was it.
Oh my God.
Up all week long, and then just
the Tasmanian Devil, Marvin the Martian. He's my guy. Like, nobody's gonna top that. Nobody's gonna top those Looney Tunes in the morning.
Come back here, rabbit. Yeah, the one when the ether comes out.
Yeah, I'm hunting a wabbit. It's wabbit season.
Yeah, because I demand that you shoot me now.
Yeah,
shoot me now. Where you go? He goes, I demand that you.
He never got him though. He never got that damn rabbit.
It was great because
it was great.
Oh no, he would turn and like Daffy Duck would turn around and be like, pronoun trouble. Like they would be like funny about it,
Yeah. No, nobody will ever top that.
The Barber of Seville. That was one of my favorites, where he's, got where Bugs Bunny's in the barbershop. Oh my God, to this day.
Yes.
And when he goes to the haunted castle with the vampire, he goes, I am a vampire. He goes, yeah, I'm an umpire. He comes in.
Yeah, you can't top those. I mean, that was our thing. We'd wake up just to have our bowl of cereal and sit in front of the TV and just watch that shit.
Right.
It was great.
Cadabra. Hocus Pocus. He goes, Hocus Cadabra. He goes, Walla Walla, Washington. And the thing changes. They were funny, and nobody worried about Elmer Fudd's running around with a shotgun and blast. But nobody was like, oh my God.
And the coyote, and
please.
the freaking, I forgot what it's called, dropped on his head every 5 minutes, and he just pops up alive. So we all just think that's
he's
okay.
falling off cliffs and getting run over, and he's
Yeah.
I believe.
No wonder we did the shit we did, because it's like false advertisement. We can have that shit dropped on us and jump back up. No problem. We can fall off a cliff. That's what we did.
All thought that everything that we needed to purchase all came from Acme. Remember, everything was from Acme.
Yeah. Let's find that Acme fucking store. It has everything.
Money for all this. Same thing with Tom and Jerry. Like, also, have all this kind of laid around cash. Like, oh, let me grab this. Let me grab that.
Yeah, they had it all. They had the hookup for sure.
Yeah,
especially to blow some stuff up.
That was the best. Like, here's some dynamite. Like, that was cool. Now it's
dynamite was great.
Oh my God. I noticed also, because we do have to take a quick break, but I noticed with movies like Netflix or just about any movie, something that you're seeing an actual flick, maybe not a TV movie. If I don't even watch that shit. I don't even watch TV, but there's a thing, how we would say sexual content or nudity or whatever. Right? Now it says smoking. So if someone's smoking, and we're talking about a cigarette, not a joint, not like meth, a cigarette.
A cigarette.
Yep. But that they're smoking in this. What the is seriously? Are your kids that much a lump?
Are your kids that freaking weak? What?
Right.
Like they've never seen a cigarette. Come on, do you not go in public?
They can walk outside. The friggin' my mailman. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? He's got a cigar in his mouth, like WC feels. Like, my little chickadee. Like
their mom is just covering their eyes. Oh my God.
What are we? Yeah, you're making them soft, and then they wonder why they can't like do anything in life. You know what I mean? Like they're lost in space a little bit. You have harmed them by placating and get to the point. First of all, kids are a lot smarter than you give them credit for. Just tell them this is. I'm not saying throw them out into the wilderness. Hey, it's a life. You know,
They really are smarter than you give them credit for. Okay, my granddaughter was going to try to fly a kite, and it was at night, and we're out by the river. I said, hey, how are you going to fly this kite at night? And she literally is 8, and she just smartassly looked up, and she pointed at the sky, and that's all she looked at me and did. She just pointed at the sky like I'm an idiot. I was like, okay, she's got a point. The sky, it's there.
It doesn't have the same impact. When remember someone trying to insult you, go fly a kite. The people loud like, what? Like you can't even.
She's like, the fucking sky exists, Grammy. Like it's look, the sky. I was like, okay, whatever.
Thank you. I'm not going to go inside and have a Bartles and James.
Like an 8-year-old just made me feel real stupid. Of the sky.
That's another problem with the heavy sarcasm and the stuff. Obviously, that makes me who I am. But you got to have someone that can at least pick up on some of it, or at least try to keep up with you. Some can, but most can't. And you can't insult anybody. Logically, you can't if they don't even know that they're being like they're like, hey, yeah, I know, really cool. Yeah. Like, hey, idiot, that wasn't a compliment.
I absolutely knew I was being insulted by my 8-year-old granddaughter. I was like, okay, thanks, appreciate you.
Go fly a kite, Jessica. I mean, that doesn't have the same ring that it used to, you know? It's just,
it doesn't.
I can't slam the phone down either anymore. Like, you know, when you're pissed off, like, hey, you.
Yeah, you can't.
Boom. Now it's beep. It doesn't have the same impact. I want to slam that motherfucker.
I want to slam that motherfucker down. I just need to find an old one so we can just practice. You just hold your phone and then you can just have one to the side so you can just slam it, let somebody hear it.
And then you can strangle someone with that 75-foot phone cord.
Yes.
Most, but several people, the entire family, not my family, of course, but like whoever came over. Hey, come here, let me.
Yeah, and if you wanted to walk around the house with it, you had to have that long extension so you could go to the bathroom with it, and you could walk through your whole house with it. It was either
white or yellow. It was dirty as and you got it like into a room with the door closed. It's still like at least another 50, 60 feet you have slack. We used to have that.
Yeah, and if you had another one in the house, your dad or mom would get on there and listen. Somebody'd be listening, and they start talking shit and embarrass you.
They're like, that's not true. I'm like, God.
Yeah, you're like, get off the phone.
And then later on, lo and behold, can you please get off the phone? I'm on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm in an AOL chat room, and you're me up.
Some of these people have no fucking clue what we lived through.
Yeah, when you got to that third box on AOL, the little running man, you were like, yes, God, baby, we're going on a run. It was like getting a fax in 2 short hours. You will have a fax, like, yes, rock on.
Oh, my God.
Now, if it takes more than 3 seconds, the stuff's got to bounce off of a satellite into space, and we're still pissed.
Yeah, now we're fucking so impatient with it. We're like, what the fuck?
We're better off flying kites. All right, we're going to take a little quick break here. And we will we'll be back here with Miss Jessica May and myself. I am Gregory Joseph, and you're not. So this is The Mean in the Morning right here at WGAT 88.7 FM. And we will go over a couple of more things. Just like I said, we're not making this stuff, folks. This is our opinion, obviously. But I know a lot of people are in line with this. They're like, this is some stupid people. My God. And just some of this stuff that anybody will believe anything. That happens in chat rooms, in spaces, on X, on the internet in general. There's, okay. Well, I heard a lot of people said this about you. No, you had one person who spread it around because they're a asshole. And then you believe it because, I mean, everything this person said is gold. Let me tell you something. Consider it a source, people. All right? Do that, folks. Because that's usually, if you trace it, you'll be like, they had a beef with somebody. You see what I mean? It's not. But some people will believe anything. You could put licorice in your gas tank. Really? Swear to God. Yup, they live amongst us using my oxygen. I need oxygen. I'm Gen X. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the best radio in the universe. Non-stop music. All day long.
You are listening to New Jersey's badass radio legend, Gregory Joseph on New Jersey 88.7 WGAT Rock Oon, baby.
I love radio.
Welcome to New Jersey 88 WGAT. You're listening to the Mean Machine Radio Show, home of Mr. Badass himself, Gregory Joseph.
When you need the best sound, when you want the best songs, tune in. We're here for you. The best radio in town all day long.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna have to update those a little bit for our Saturday show. For those that missed it earlier, welcome back. This is Mean in the Morning right here. I am with my guest co-host Jessica may or sometimes may not be here. No, I'm kidding. I wanted to let people know that we will have. I've gotten asked about this several times, and I get like those emails from females. I'm going to send that. Wait for that for Saturday because that's kind of, I don't want to do that with Jessica right here. But anyway, because I'm trying to be nice to my co-host, it'll be like, I can make a red person blush, that kind of thing. They're pretty good though. I got to admit, some of these are good. But those are put your clothes back on. God damn it. It's a DM. Stop it. But then I looked at it. I'm like, survey says, yeah. No, I'm kidding. I didn't do that. Well, I might have. That's for me to know and you to not find out. Anyway, so I wanted to let people know that we will do an 80s night. I get asked for that a lot. We had one a couple months ago. It's usually pretty good. And it's not just rock. It'll be stuff from, 70s, 80s, 90s, our normal mean mix, as they call it. We'll run a poll. People are half, hearted and they cannot take a poll properly. So we will just let you know who wins because I run it on Facebook and some on X and TikTok. Forget it. You start getting like pictures of someone's grandmother or whatever the heck was that singer's mother. Do I really need to see an old lady in a rocking chair? Like what the is that? Anyway, so we will have that soon. Now we're going to have a 4th of July special. We do that every year. It was very successful last year and even more so the year before that. So we're regressing. No, I'm kidding. We're going to go. We're going to have a good one. So that Friday, 4th of July is on a Friday. So don't blow off your thumb or anything like that. And you can listen to us while you're doing what you're doing. You know that you want to ignore half the people in your family when they come over for like a barbecue and stuff. Just put the earbuds in. You can listen to me and just smile. Yes, thank you for cooking the shit out of my hamburger. And just, with a big smile on your face. Meanwhile, you're rocking to like Judas Priest or something. You're like, yeah. And they're like, wow, they really like this food. No, I can't stand the side of you, but this is perfect. I see you at weddings, funerals, and cookouts. Now you're from Texas. Cookouts is like a big thing, like every day, or not?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, okay, I love that shit. No, I do. If I could put soup on the grill, I would do it. I love grilling. I do. And I'm one of those guys. Yep. I'm like alpha male, Tony Soprano standing there like, get away. I'll do it. Just how do you want to cook? Just get away from me. Because
man, you can't top it. It's freaking great. I mean,
4,000 degrees by the grill. They want to like hover over me. You should turn that. Get the away from me. I know what I'm doing. All the ribs are, but shut the up. I know.
My son, he does an amazing job grilling. I love his stuff. It's
got
great.
A pit master. You raised a pit master.
I did, and I didn't even teach him. So
no, self-taught.
Yeah.
All right.
He did it. He's done it all on his own. He does great.
What do you have in Texas that is it more like for every region? And the reason I want to know this is because I like barbecue I've been all over the country, not every state, but a lot of them. I kind of lean toward like I've St. Louis ribs. They're different from Texas stuff. Texas brisket, really super good. And then I've been to Georgia, and Georgia barbecue is excellent too. And even like in New York, New Jersey area, it's not quite the same. Obviously, we're not known for that. When I lived in Florida, they had very good barbecue there. I kind of hover to, or I gravitate to. I like Carolinas. They have like a vinegar base kind of. I like that kind of stuff. It's really, really good. Like they had like. And I don't like slathering it on sometimes, but I don't like really overly sweet, like that Sweet Baby Ray, whatever that's got. No. Sugary shit. I like open pit. You know what open pit is? I love that one. It's like sweet, not too tangy.
We like to just prefer to make our own shit. There's not a lot of great. I mean, we just make our own. It's better than half the restaurants out there. It's really
homemade is probably that's what my cousins were telling me. And I'm like, what's in this? Like, we're not going to tell you
we're not going to tell you. It's just better than half the restaurants.
I believe it. You probably whip up something on your own or whatever, and that's good. But
I can make some great chopped brisket. I cook it all night long. Got seasonings, and oh my God, it's
You ever
great.
smoker? Don't everybody's got to have a smoker, right? There, it's like a washing machine, a dryer, and a smoker. Do you have a
And a
smoker?
smoker.
All right.
I don't. My son does. Like I said, he's the smoker guy. I'll do the chopped brisket.
Okay.
Where I do that thing all night, chop it up, do the barbecue sauce. I'm not gonna tell you my secret, but
No,
it's
no,
amazing.
nobody's
It's
asking.
amazing.
I know that there's paprika in there and there's garlic at some point, and then there's some other little things that everybody's got their own little thing that makes
Yep.
it. I'm not going to ask you, but it's cool that
It's my dad's recipe. He taught me.
this is what I'm saying. There's a lot. There you go. Your father did that and handed that down to you, and you got to keep that
Yes.
on lock and key. I'm guessing, but
Right.
like if I'm making some stuff, I'm like, why don't you go play with in the other room or something? Go
Yeah.
go out
Get
with your
out of
friends
here.
while I'm
Get out
doing
of
it.
here.
Yeah, that's like when you were growing up. You remember, like as an adult. Well, you're a parent, and as a parent, and all the parents out there. You ever notice where it's loud as out there, and everybody's doing this and crazy shit, blah blah blah, and the breaking shit. And then when you're talking about something that you don't want them to know, it gets really quiet somehow.
Oh yeah, it gets really quiet.
How do they know that? Like all of a sudden you're like, look, if he gets another big grade, I'm going to lift his ass, and then his father's not going to. And then all of a sudden it's real quiet.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
You start cussing, you start doing some wrong, and then all of a sudden everybody you're like, oh, yeah. Well, that's where they learn that word.
Up on the wire now. Let's see what we got here. All right, so that's what the little ding ding ding. All right, yeah, we're understanding about that, and more regurgitated bullshit. What else we got? Oh, that's nice. There. All right. Anyway, so I wanted to thank the person doing our social media, doing an excellent job. I'm actually kidding because nobody's doing it, and it's all going to my phone, and it's me off. And like all sorts of stuff. And we need someone to handle that really soon before I kill someone. I swear to God, I can't. I don't care. This person on TikTok wants to talk to you. I give a I don't do my own social media. I'm not talking to anyone. I don't even want to talk to you. So
yeah.
So anyway, we're gonna we'll run that on the bottom. Well, a lot of people know you send your stuff off careers at meanmachineradio.com or info at meanmachineradio.com, and we have 2 more intern spots left, I believe. Pretty much I've narrowed it down to if you can find your ass with 2 hands, you're definitely a viable candidate at this point because Jesus Christ.
Yeah, good luck. I'm sorry.
They're like, oh yeah. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Dying a horrible, gruesome death over here. Well, I mean, it doesn't take long. You do a couple things. They do some stuff for admin. They're allowed to come to the show and everything. So it's not a bad thing. It's not like we're digging ditches here.
Jeez.
It's actually fun. We keep them on for a while, and then they can stay on permanently or not. They actually will make a commission on certain things or whatever. So it's like we try to take care of who, for that. So that's on the we could run that a little bit later on. We're raising money for it's not that we're raising it. We are independent radio. We are mom and pop. We are in the largest radio market in the country, probably in the world, which is the New York market. So you get squeezed by the big guys. Trust me, I am. I'm not going to go into detail with it, but it's almost on a daily basis. They're trying to kick my ass, and I'm still here. But that's why the thing that I run on the bottom, I didn't always do this, but we're trying to keep it alive. If you like the show that we do on Saturday, you're into the Gen X thing. A lot of people like that. It doesn't matter. A lot of people will just look at it and go, oh, that's great, and ignore the shit. But seriously, we've gotten several. And like I said, it's not about the amount. It's about that you actually care, because it's not about me anymore. It's about when we had to go off the air for a while because I won't do anything half-assed. A lot of people missed it. A lot of people wanted it. We do stuff that others cannot do. We are licensed for commercial media. It is a station. It is a viable LLC. We have a radio station, and it'd be sad if it was gone. And it's something that, after 30 plus years, probably a little more than that in the business, you know what I mean? The landscape has changed. I have not. So we are consistent when we bring the music to you, and it's a lot of different things. And then we have this show, and we have some other things in the works coming up the pipeline and everything. And we want to continue to exist. And we do a lot of serious stuff too. The stuff for child trafficking. Well, we do that with Kim Kelly, and several other things and other interviews that you see at Mean Machine Radio. That's on our YouTube channel, which obviously if you're listening or watching right now, you're aware of that. And then we're also on X. That's the show streams on it streams on X, and then another platform. Usually it's TikTok or Rumble or something else, and then always on X. So if you don't have satellite radio and you're not in the Jersey area, I'm not even in the Jersey area right now, and I'm able to do it because that's satellite. And even if you don't, it's okay. You could just watch it on a delay or listen or both. And that's every Saturday. It's on my banner on my X page, which is at WGAT Mean Radio, because I get that too. What time on Saturday? I get this the same goddamn every goddamn week. I'm like, look at the banner. It's right there, dumbass. I mean, I didn't say dumbass. I think I said dumbass, I think. But it was just like people don't read.
They really don't.
No, I'd rather type you out a 75 friggin' word dissertation than just take 2 seconds to look. Is that Eastern time? No, it's Scandinavian Guam time. Yes, it's Eastern time. It's New Jersey radio, you dumb. I mean, what is wrong with some of these people? By the way, our friend Jimmy was on the outer part over there, and he was typing. Remember, we were talking about different people, not all of them, that died in plane crashes, like musicians.
Yeah.
There's a major one that I forgot, and he put it up there. Stevie Ray Vaughan. See?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that one.
Lily is here. Lily's like, I think, a new fan or something. She seems like a pretty cool rockin' chick. We're glad that she's around. And we've got other people that are listening in, and then it'll get repurposed, and people will blast this out, and then they get to hear me and you, Jessica. See that? Would they take us everywhere they go? How nice.
Yay.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, shouldn't take me anywhere, but
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, take me everywhere, actually, honestly.
I feel so bad for, I'm not going to say your husband's name, but I feel bad for him. I'm just saying, because he's probably like just shaking his head. He's probably laughing.
Hey, a lot of other people feel bad for him too. Believe me.
He's like, please go do it. Leave me alone. He's like, come on, that's funny. But the support that he has shown, and I appreciate it, and I'm saying it right out loud there. It's not something that is written down or anything. I appreciate it. There's a lot of people that make things happen that you don't even know who they are in the behind the scenes here at GAT and otherwise. So yeah, if they want to, if people out there, if you know how to do social media, we need business management on there. We need salespeople. We need all sorts of stuff. We're redoing everything, and we're going into 2025 as we hit. It's the midpoint, if you can believe that.
Yeah.
It's June.
It's gonna be Christmas tomorrow.
Oh, for God's sake. There'll be plenty of time in the next few months, especially that we're going to talk about how come we go to Walmart and it's August and there's a Christmas tree.
It'll be fucking Christmas.
Oh my God. The Halloween stuff goes on in a week. It's in October. What's the matter with you?
And then they just kind of skip over any Thanksgiving or like any fall stuff.
Thanksgiving doesn't get any love whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
I know you like that word. So we're out there whacking turkeys, and that's. I don't even really like turkey that much, but we have it. We have a ham, and then you're dying of thirst.
My husband loves the ham. I do the turkey. Our family does a little bit of both. So,
and every type of salad.
My brother loves the boil the turkey or whatever, and fry the turkey. And
the fried turkey. We almost set a small town on fire, but damn, it was worth it. And I've had when I was in Florida, I had it, and I'm like, this is excellent. It doesn't even taste like turkey anymore. This is great.
It is good. My brother does it all the time. I'm always here. He's gonna blow some shit up, and he usually does. But whatever. But it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, but they seem like, and then if one more person goes, this is going to be a great Black Friday deal. I'm going to rip your trachea out.
Oh,
Seriously.
hell no. I don't do Black Friday.
I won't. I've gotten into car accidents, arguments.
Those people are fucking crazy.
There was a fight in Toys R Us. Well, up here we had Toys R Us.
I mean, if you're going to fight over a TV, come on. Do you need it that bad? Like to save what, $50, 75? I don't even know what it is.
70 in gas to get to the place to save 50 because they're retarded. But
I'm not going to do that. If I'm going to throw hands, it's going to be over something better than a TV.
I'm going to throw hands. You can tell people I really like Jessica. She does not give a shit, and I love that. That's great. She's going to throw hands. She's not one of them little like delicate flowers. Oh, mom is with. Look, get the out of my way. We're here for 3 things. That's another thing. I make a list. All right, I got a budget. I got to go to the store and everything. I got like 10, 15 things on the list. Not even. And I come home with everything but whatever's on the list. Don't ask me why. I just don't. I don't know if anyone else does that.
I do that. I tried. I don't give a shit about the list anymore because
I lose the list like mid-store.
Yeah, lose the list. I forget to bring the list, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you got everything written down, and now you got to memorize it because we're too stupid to remember to bring it.
Yeah, too dumb to remember to bring the damn list.
Nobody said we had to bring it. We said we had to write it down. Write down milk, eggs, bread. Yeah, if it's 1973, maybe, but there's like other things going on, you know? Come on. And God forbid there's a storm in Jersey. If there's like a half a centimeter of snow, oh my God, I need 50 gallons of milk, a fucking huge thing of toilet paper.
Well, apparently, yeah, Texas is toilet paper. You should have seen us during COVID. They would rob all the toilet paper. It was
Oh my God.
ridiculous.
There was a limit on it. I'm like, let me ask you a question. Do you
Yeah.
really need at Costco 75 rolls of toilet paper when there's no food left on the shelves?
When there's stuff going down, I think toilet paper's the least of your fucking worries. I need some bullets, okay? Like, not the toilet paper.
I full blown
hatchet,
I could
a
wipe my ass.
chainsaw, I don't know, but toilet paper, that's the least of my concerns.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
I remember that, like, I was saying it like it's a long time ago. We're talking 5 years ago. What a nightmare that was.
But, I mean,
Every day
it's stuck
you
in your
started-
head.
Yeah, well, every day we woke up, we ate a bunch of stuff, we all gained weight. I was in a Facebook thing like food porn or whatever the hell it was called, and I was winning awards and shit like that, and I'm cooking this and that. And that's all we did every day. We go to the store. All right, did you get your unemployment? Yeah, okay, good. Let's go to the store. Yeah, we'll go over there. You got your mask? Hey, this mask, I ain't taking it. Oh, we can only let 2 people in at a time. Okay, great. But can it be someone that I actually am with? Does it have to be like the stranger from like... You know what I mean? And
I loved it here because you could just order Mexican food or wherever you wanted to go, and you're allowed to order gallons of margaritas with it and take it home with you.
Oh yeah, everything that was vital was closed except for liquor stores.
Yeah, you could just you could go to the Mexican restaurant. You could actually walk in, you call it in over the phone, and they would actually serve you. You could take your gallons of margaritas home. They went through. I called one of theirs. They went through 300 gallons of margaritas in one day. They were like, okay, we can't sell it to you in the gallons today. We went through 300. That was just one day.
You can't get your medication, but you could get your drink on.
You could totally get your drink on here for sure. And that's what we did in 2020. We hung out at the house, had tacos and margaritas every day. Nothing to fucking do.
Just gallons of stuff. Yeah, I remember all that, and it was just and you would start every day, and then you're like, okay, I can't wait. Like you're done with your morning coffee or whatever, and then you're like, I just want this day to end. just start. I just want it to end, and I got both. I got COVID Classic. I got the original one, and then I had that what was that, Octagon, whatever the hell. I'm a big.
Oh my gosh, we didn't get it. We pushed the boundaries, and we got evil looks all the time. I'd be out. I didn't wear a mask. I didn't do any of that, and people just evil eyeing me. And
I showed up with a Michael Myers mask. And like, they didn't say what kind of mask.
That's right. I love the people who drove around here with their windows rolled up, and they'd have masks on, and they had their windows rolled up. Though it just cracked me up. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I did a video on it. Let me see if I can find it. Real
fucking wild. They had their windows rolled up, wearing a mask.
And there's nobody in the car. Hold on, let me find it.
There's no. I just.
Yep, well, obviously you haven't been on my YouTube that much, but we'll pretend that you have. And let me find it. Hold on, because it's under shorts. The one right next to long pants. But let me see if I could actually share the screen. Where is it? I'm looking for it really quick. We'll find it. Well, let me at least share the screen. Let me take our pronoun thing off of there. And let's go to here. There we go. There's my stuff right there. All right. And a lot of good ones. Some are funny. Let's see if I could find. Here we go. Let's see if you could actually hear this when I play it. Tell me, why the hell do people wear a mask when they're in the car by themselves? Now, if you're in there with a bunch of people, or maybe you're an Uber driver and then you have passengers and you feel more comfortable than they do, or whatever the case. Yeah. Tell me, why the hell do people wear a mask when they're in the car by themselves? Now, if you're in there with a bunch of people, or maybe you're an Uber driver and then you have passengers and you feel more comfortable than they do, or whatever the case, okay, I could see that. I actually could. What the fuck are you wearing a mask for if you're by yourself? Are you afraid to give the steering wheel COVID or something? I mean, what is that? You're by yourself in the car. What is the air induction that's coming in? Is it that disgusting that you have to wear that? You have to get out of the car at some point. You wear it then if that's what you want to do. Or wear it during you're doing your aerobics or your Pilates or whatever the hell that people do. And by the way, real quick, forget about that. People that jog, you're doing it wrong. Tell me, why the hell is the eye? All right.
It's okay. So it's not just a Texas thing. Everybody was doing this crazy shit. Oh my God.
One guy actually made a comment. I remember this is from several years ago. This is like 3 years ago. And that clip. And he's like, oh, well, this reason. Like he got like all bent out of shape. I'm like, okay, look, take it easy, pal. I'm being serious, but I'm not. Like George Carlin used to make fun of stuff and his best bits, all of them, most of them, are things that actually happen every day. You don't have to make anything up. You don't have to make anything up. That was why he was one of my heroes.
You don't. I couldn't believe it. I didn't even understand the car thing.
Folks.
Honestly. The windows rolled up by yourself. Yeah. I don't even understand wearing the mask. I don't understand.
It didn't make any sense. You got some people that are doing it here and there. I mean, and the other thing was, remember they had to they're at the supermarket. We had this big plexiglass thing up. I wanted to knock somebody into like a hockey game. I wanted to smash them into the boards and shit. But so they all have gloves on.
And they would wear the gloves, and then they lick their gloves, and then they touch the money, and they would just keep doing it over and over.
They touch the money. Now they touched all your food. That's supposed to be more sanitary. Now they go to I don't see them changing the gloves when they go to
They didn't change the gloves, and I'm in the medical field, so I understand that when you're supposed to change the gloves, and I'm just watching it going, oh my fucking God.
Yep. And they seem to be I got my gloves on. Yeah, well, it's supposed to mean something. I'm sure you should. Yeah, you're right. They touched money, like cash, a receipt, they scratched their ass.
And then they're touching their face.
Let me squeeze this zit and then get your bananas on the car. You lady.
Oh, I was like, they created more stupid people. That's all they did.
Is this a peach? Idiot. There's a scan there. Just scan the goddamn thing. What's the matter with you? Would you like to? And that's another thing. Would you like to cash yourself out? Pay for your own stuff. You know how you have to self-check out. You want to do? No. I'm like, no. They go, what do you mean no? I said, well, for the same reason I'm not going to stock the shelves. I don't work here. Why do I got to
work here? You do it.
I went to college. So
I actually told somebody that not too long ago here. She didn't want. She told me I was going to have to do it myself or fix something. I was like, no, I fucking am not. You're fixing it. It's not my job.
I'll pay a guy to stand behind the counter and make sure that you don't steal anything. But why don't you just have him do it? And then there's someone like Costco and BJ's, a place like that. They have this half-ass security person that took an oath in the freaking lunchroom an hour ago. They're watching the shit out over there. And hold on a minute, sir. Whatever. I got to check your receipt. Well, I guess you're going to have to tell your story walking.
Oh, no. I straight up flip them off and walk out. I do not do that shit.
They can't do anything about it. Trust me.
They can't, and I don't mess with them. I tell them, go tell somebody I don't care. I'm going home.
Go ahead. You could use my phone. And meanwhile, I'll be by the black SUV over there. That's my vehicle. The big Yankee thing on the lights. I'm not trying to hide. You could kiss my if you don't trust me enough, don't let me ring up my own stuff then. If you think there's a problem and then you got to check it, go fuck yourself. I'm not doing that.
That's right. Go fuck yourself. That's what I do. I mean, I would get on to him. No, I'm not stopping for you. Bye.
Corporate greed. All right, here we go. Yeah, so that cuts into people's job. Oh, yay, the minimum wage went up. Right, you're going to get less hours, dummy. Anyway, so here we go. Here's another one. And it went to, you know what that is, right? So anyway, it's a new month. We got, look at that. It wants to do it. Here we go. Folks, read this. What does this say on here? I'll read it to you in case you don't know. It says it right here. Remove before driving. It's the law. Okay? Right there. Remove it before driving. It's a law. No. Nobody reads. So here's an extra blind spot for when you're driving. So you have one here, one there, possibly one or two there. And now let's have this one dangling right here. Yeah, awesome connection that we have. There you go. Beautiful. Somebody must have turned on. Yeah, we get it. We understand. I'm not making fun of it. Wow. Awesome. Yeah, it is what it is. That's what we got here. It's coming. We're not on the satellite right now, but I'm saying that stop being an idiot, okay? And there you go. That's all you needed. But yeah, I have a lot of shorts, and it's just stuff. It says clearly. Why would you give yourself an extra blind spot? Wow, that is really.
I mean, it's like that shit that comes with the warning.
I'll say it again.
Like the curling iron.
Remove before driving.
Somebody had to do
it's the law. If you need it, folks. All right, read this. What does this say on here? I'll read it to you in case you don't know. Yeah. Okay. Great. And it won't even let me move the page. That's how shitty the Wi-Fi is here. It's bad. But anyway, can't make it. Says it right here. Oh my God, for Christ. Remove before anything to get that off of there. Okay. Well, I mean, but there's a lot of good ones in there.
Well, there's a lot of things, like anything with the warning label. Okay, like a curling iron. It literally says do not insert into, certain private parts. Well, somebody had to do it first for that
don't
shit
put
to
it
end
in
up
your.
on the label.
Okay, I got it.
Somebody
Yep.
did it. Somebody did it first
That's
for that to
awesome.
have to be put on there.
Can you get
Who
them
did
on the
it?
show, please?
Please, I want to know what you were thinking.
When it said put on the pussy area and they read it wrong. I mean, I'm just saying. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what else do we have in here since we
Don't
only
eat the Tide Pods.
Oh yeah, remember that? And there was a contest. There you go. There's Gen Z for you, you bunch of anyway.
Fucking idiots.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I say if they die, they die. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right, so here's one. Here's with the beepers. So that's another thing. Remember when people? I remember beepers. People used to 911 and 911 and 911. What am I, a surgeon? And I'm on call. What the fuck is this? The best was the people that would get the text and then use their cell phone. They couldn't call out because it was too expensive, but they would use a payphone to call to get their message and then use their cell phone to call the number back. And then later on, remember in like 2007, 2008, they were still doing it. Remember we had to pay, like I didn't even have text. I didn't even want to text because you had to cycle through all the numbers. It wasn't like their own individual dedicated numbers. Remember, you had to wait till like after 9 o'clock so that it would be free to call.
Yes.
Do you guys remember that?
I remember when we had to go through the
and
whole
not 9.
alphabet.
You had to wait till 9:01. I tried that at 9 o'clock and it charged me. You had to wait till 9:01. And then you could talk like all night. So you got to call your grandmother. You got to have her take a nap so you could call her after 9 because she's in California and you're in New York and you can't afford it. And you can't text her because you don't have a text. Yeah, I was not able to pick up what you say when that's on. They can't hear you, Jess, but that's all right. I heard part of what you said. That you associate something with that video.
Yeah, I was just saying you had to go through the whole alphabet if you even wanted to type a word. Like if you wanted to type a word, you'd have to click like the letter S 7 times to get to the one letter.
There's no dedicated thing. Oh, it was sucked. And everyone's like, oh, I'm like, wait a minute. I don't even have a text plan. Why did I just get $6.18 extra? Like, what the hell is this? I'm like, stop texting me.
Yeah.
I hate it.
It wasn't worth it. It was not worth it.
I can't stand it. It doesn't translate through text. You know what? If it's something quick, like, hey, I'm going to, do you want like bologna or do you want ham? Oh, I'll take ham. Okay, Pat, that's a text. Not, oh my God, I remember this. Then my ass hurts. And then my son went there and they're out of dildos at the CVS. But who gives a shit? I don't care about it. Stop texting me all this stuff. I don't care. I'm not going to read it. And the best part is I have a thing like through my DMs and through my phone. If it gets to a certain point, it stops it. It's like, nope. You, if it's not that serious, it will go into a queue and then I got to read it later. Yeah, because it thinks it's spam. Oh, I had one girl. I'm not going to say who she is. There's actually people, not you. Yours is under the certain amount. You're close. No, I'm kidding. So
I'm probably really fucking close.
No, yeah, but I like you though. I don't like this other person. So she sent me this thing, and it's like okay, and it went on forever. Literally, I thought I graduated by the time I was done reading it. That's how long. I'm like, and they're like, did you get my text? I'm like, no, but I did get a novel. Was that it? I don't do short stories. I don't have time for that. Some people do it instead of, and some people are very cowardly about it. Like they can't talk to you over the phone or whatever. I'm not saying me. I'm like, whatever. But they are very brave to put it in there because then you can't respond. Like, so I ignore it. Yeah,
my uncle kids will go, I'm not reading all that. That's the response to my text. I'm not reading all that.
Are you doing it to them too?
They say I'm not reading all that.
I want to speak to them right now, all of them, right now. I want to know because they're going to throw you right under the bus, aren't they? They're going to tell me that.
They will. It's because I talk into it and then sometimes it gets mumbled up. Like the other day, I sent one to my husband. I said, look, I think I'm going to go eat someone and take a nap. And he was like, well, I don't think that person wants to be eaten. So maybe you should just take a nap.
I'm going to go eat someone. Well, hopefully they're a smart child at work.
So they get some wild stuff from me.
I can tell just the interaction that I've had with him. So he's a super cool guy, by the way. And he probably was like, yeah, okay, you go eat someone. I'll talk to you later, hon. Like, he doesn't him anymore.
He's like, okay, whatever. You should probably just take a nap first. I don't think anybody wants to be eating right now.
Bad person. If you're going to do it, make it a bad person, not a good person, or anyone we know for that matter, or anyone that can sue us or knows our last name. There you go. I mean, that should work. But yeah, I mean,
all right.
Here's it. No, you don't want that one. Listening to the radio for school closures, like when it was a snow day.
Oh.
And if you missed it when they were announcing it, like whatever your town was or whatever, they would do it by state, and then they would go into the different municipalities and the different towns and everything, the cities, whatever. And if they happen to miss yours, or I'm sorry, if you missed it, you're like, oh shit, because usually it was alphabetical. You're like, oh shit, did they say our school? Look outside. I'm looking outside. No, there can't be school. But this one is having school. But these schools are closed now, but that's not New York. I mean, that's New York. That's not New Jersey. What are they on? M? Shit, we got to wait. We missed it. And you got to wait for them to go back to A, and then they have to take a commercial break and everything. And you're like, well, shit, do I get my shoes on? Do I get my boots on? And we're going to school. We're not going to school. As far as your parents are concerned, it didn't matter if there was a lightning storm and the apocalypse and the four horsemen. Listening to the radio for school closures. It gets chopped like off when it was a snow day. When I hit pause, and if you miss, anyway, but that's where it is. So a lot of that stuff at Mean Machine Radio. And by the way, so this is while you can see this screen, I've had this question before too. I don't do Linktree and shit like that. It's a business. I'm not like fourth grade. So see right here. Can you see my mouse moving?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So for those watching, when I say go into my thing, right here, see where it says and 8 more links. So you click more. You scroll. All right, it tells you about me and how awesome I am. Great. And then boom, there's all of our links. So there's Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, iHeart, Spotify, Facebook, Threads, Amazon Music, and there's some other stuff on there as well. Wow, we're going to go back up to about 20,000 subscribers. So that's pretty cool. But in any event, that's we have like serious stuff. So you go in here to where it says playlists for people that do not navigate well on here. I'm not making fun of you. I mean, you're stupid. But anyway, and so you could go in here and you could go into the playlist, or you go into videos right here, and it'll give you different years, like the different seasons. Like there's season 1. Let me go back to playlist real quick. So you should be able. So there you go. So there's season 1. There's season 2. Season 3, which we're in now. We're about to end season 3, and season 4 will be the end of September. And there's some series. You'll see everything from me with a hospice nurse and like things about abuse and alcoholism and that kind of stuff. And then there's me and a midget. Just me and a midget. I mean, we do. You gotta. Life is about a whole bunch of different things. So I refuse to be one niche. That's what terrestrial radio was. We're not a podcast. Podcast is more like someone asked me the other night. They're like, "Well, what's the difference between that and that?" Well, there's a lot of differences. So let's start with that. So let's take this off the screen because we have a few minutes left to go. But just so we can be clear, so what's the difference from what I do, what we do here at GAT or whatever? Well, number one is I'm not a podcaster. Podcasters don't have to be licensed. It's a very saturated market. It is unsupervised. It is what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like censored in any way. Well, you got to be really fucked up to get censored on there. But it's not what's the word I'm looking for? Wow. It'll come to me after we go off air.
Well, it's not scripted.
Well, no, it's not that it's not scripted. It's some of them do. They script. Hello, my name is Jane, and welcome to. I'm like, really? That's time not well spent. It's not. I can't think of the word right now. It's not. When they put all the red tape, Jesus, I cannot. My mind just going completely blank. I cannot think of what it's called. Regulated. Thank you. It's not regulated. So they're like, oh, well, there's so many podcasters. They start like 100,000 of them every day, right? And they don't tell you that 200,000 like quit every day because it's not easy. So that's more niche based. That's more like video on demand. You want something on. I don't know, osteoporosis, whatever. And you're like, well, the chances of you hearing that specific thing, unless there's a guest that you know about that's going to be on the air on a radio show or something like that, or even a stream, you don't know. because it's for the masses. It's a little bit of everything. Maybe someone might touch on it when I have them as a guest or whatever, but that's not the basis of it. That's a sit-down interview, whether it's pre-recorded or live. With a podcast, you could put in the parameters. Okay, I want to know about osteoporosis, and you will get different podcasts will come up and different people that do it, and it's either part of their it's part of their what they do. They only do stuff about health, or maybe they do everything, and you can find that specific episode of that season and then watch it. That's kind of like video on demand. That's a podcast. That's what that is. The reason people get confused, I believe it started a while ago. I think ESPN did it. They're like, oh, well, we're going to have a podcast on the radio, like confuse the shit out of everybody. So I get that from time to time. Not as bad because people know I get annoyed. I'm like, I took the time to get an FCC license years ago. I'm a broadcaster. I do have stuff for NAB, which is National Academy of Broadcasters. I am the real deal. I'm not saying the other people are bad. I'm saying we're different, but I am in a different industry. Podcasting was born of broadcasting. So we all know that. Even someone like Joe Rogan, he got to start on Howard Stern show. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happens that people don't realize. So anyway, that's the major difference when people say, what's the difference between that and a podcast? Well, an interview is an interview, whether it's sit down one, remote, in studio or not. So that's the best way to describe it to somebody, the difference. Radio is radio, whether it's talk radio, whether it's music, whether it's a combination of both, which we are doing. That should be able to clear a lot of people's minds now of what exactly the major differences are. So that's different from like, oh, I'm a space host and everything. Okay, well, that's just indicative of what you're doing on just X. Maybe you don't have another platform to do that. Maybe you don't stream. Maybe you do and you do that too. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not shitting on it. I'm just saying that it's different, and you don't have to. So you've seen some of the knuckleheads that are on there. You don't have to be licensed to be on there. Otherwise, that would clear. I bet you if they charged for people to go into these rooms, they would clear out all the other little mother that come in there and stir shit and leave, like the bots and all that other crap. He said, she said, and oh, by the way, let's talk about politics because we can't find any of that on Act. Oh, come on, stop. Nobody cares. The people that are in there, maybe they're getting their, I don't know, getting their information from it. I'm not saying it's bad. I don't have a problem with politics. It's just not my thing, but give it a break. So it's really nice that we're able to do what other people don't. Why? A, we're licensed. B, it is a station and we're giving people an alternative. Everybody, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, whatever your religion, everybody likes music. Have you ever met somebody that likes music? If you do, let me know who they are and we'll have them whacked. No problem. We'll even allow you to do it. Be like, here, take this boomerang, Jessica, and hit them in right here, medulla oblongata. Go for it.
Hell yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you check your baggage at the door, listen to some music. Maybe you laugh a little bit. Maybe you forget to bring, or I should say, forget to pick up your baggage on the way out. That's our hope. Music is life, and it transcends everything in your life. So take a break once in a while and just relax. It's not just Gen X music. It's a little bit of everything. Drop us a line, info@meanmachineradio.com. Throw a couple of requests in there. Guaranteed, if I could get to it, I will. We do a lot of things for a lot of people because that's who we are. So people don't have it. Sometimes they have a hard time drawing the line. Well, that's entertainment. Maybe because I'm very quiet when I'm not on there and doing the stuff. I am. I read. I'm quiet. Family times, important things, helping people behind the scenes. But they only see the live person, the person that's in the media. They only see the person that's public. And so that's not the whole story, is what I'm trying to say. You get what I mean, man. It's you understand, right? I mean, it's people need to understand that that's entertainment. Just because we do something serious, well, that wouldn't be entertainment. So yeah, do I charge for voiceovers and appearing on podcasts? You're damn right I do. But I also do a lot of those things. Well, when you've been doing it a very long time and you can justify it, sure, why not? I don't give away anything for free, but I do give a lot for charity. I do a lot of stuff. I do reading for them. So if there's something comes in, it's for like a children's hospital or something like that, and they have a script that they want me to read and go, you think I'm going to charge them? Of course not. So that's the difference. So you have to do stuff that's good for the soul as well. It's not all about me. It's not even my show. I'm kind of like the bus driver. You guys are taking the show where you want it to. You're telling me, and I'm taking you there. I want to hear this. I want to talk about that and this and that. So basically, I'm just along for the ride like you are, Anyway, does that all make sense? There's going to be a test on this later. The quiz, a pop quiz. Hey,
I'm a great test taker.
Are you really? All right,
I really am.
See, we failed. How many fingers do I have up? I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 2. And somebody answered 1.5 and they got it right. I'm like, it's simple. That's like saying, okay, here, let's test you, Jessica. You ready? Let's say Texas public school offering. Here we go. What weighs more, a pound of cotton or a pound of bricks?
Oh God. I wasn't meaning like verbal testing. I'm talking about the smart way, like ABC, process of elimination, you know.
Right. Like ABC and then D, none of the above. Please stop it.
Yeah, I'm so good at it. I promise you. But
I believe that this is a complete lie. All right, so let's try this again. What weighs more, a pound of cotton or a pound of bricks?
Oh God. Neither.
Neither.
I'm just kidding.
Don't stop talking because you're going to make yourself look worse. You are correct.
Exactly. I'm done. I tap out.
You were about to backpedal and figure out. No, a lot of people go bricks.
No, it's not bricks. It's not bricks. It's not bricks, but it's just.
It's a pound. Hello, it's a pound.
You were trying to give me a riddle. It's like, stop. Riddle me this. That's how I felt.
All right, listen to me. That's not true. Okay, it's just very simple. A pound is a pound, whether it's friggin' knots.
It came off more to me like a riddle.
You're like, oh my God, what do I do? It's a pound.
I was like, that's not a good question. It's a riddle. I'm going back to my days. Riddle me this.
All right, Texas elementary school has just gotten a failing grade. You heard it here first, folks.
Hey, my GPA was really fucking good, to be honest. But
right, you can fool me. Look, you can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but it's impossible to wipe your friends on your sleeve. Just remember that. These are words of wisdom. All right, that's what we got going on. I'm playing around with it. But in any event, we are going to wrap it up for you. Well, for all of us. Don't forget, this Saturday, we have our regular show at 8 o'clock on the East Coast and 5 o'clock on the West Coast. And if you're in between those two coasts, you're going to have to do your own damn math on that. If you don't know what time it is, and I can't help you, buy a globe, do a map, do something, get a GPS. I don't know, but it's really not that hard. And it will be streaming from my page. So on Twitter or X at WGAT Mean Radio. Jessica will be there. She'll be backstage. So people will be able to say, because they can't talk to us now. We don't have the phones engaged, but eventually we will. And they'll be able, when we go on our breaks, you'll be able to talk to Jessica if you have if you want to say hi to her and the other people that will be there. Obviously, I will be there, and we're gonna have fun. But 4th of July weekend, that's gonna be a big one. So we're gonna do it all 80s night. You'll see the ads, and the people that repost ads and don't just like them, we appreciate that, because liking them doesn't do a thing for us, but getting the word out there, we appreciate that. It's always a good thing. So remember, if you're interested, we still have a few spots open. That's careers. You can send us an email, careers@meanmachineradio.com or info@meanmachineradio.com. Please do not DM me. I don't do my own social media. I will not see it. They're going to think that it's spam, and then you're not going to get. That also goes for the people that don't understand solicited. We do this every week. You cannot send me music through there. I cannot touch it. It's considered solicited. You have to email it. It must come from that source. They have to be able to trace it. Otherwise, you might have a great song or a great thing or a brand new artist, and I can't do a damn thing with it. Not this station anyway. It must be sent via email. Otherwise, it looks like I asked you to send it to this one thing. You see what I mean? It's different because it's a DM. So do not do that. Matter of fact, just don't DM me at all. I hate that. So, as a matter of fact, don't touch me. Don't bother me. I like when people put that in their thing. This is social media. So what's the first thing that they do? What's the first thing?
No DMs, no Bitcoin, no porno, no this. Don't go near me. Don't touch me. Don't breathe in me. Don't FAF.
Oh my God! Would you please shut up with all
Yeah,
that?
they do that, and then they get in my DMs and go, "Hey," and I'm like, "I think you just violated a unconditional contract or unspoken that we just had. What the fuck?"
Yeah, it's social media. Then they're like, and then they go in there like,
slide out of my DMs.
And let me tell you something. That has never stopped me. I am not looking to send anyone any picture, anything like that. If someone from here, one of the interns, is reaching out for my account, you should probably do it because it's actual real and it's not anything bad. It's usually something good. We had this yesterday. Several people. You send them the thing to join the Mean Life. That's the community on there, and they go thumbs up or whatever. Like awesome. I'm like, okay, you've got to click the friggin' thing. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get in there. And then they'll give you another a thumbs up. And then you look and it's still, they didn't do it correctly. It says join. Okay. You got to click it and then you'll get through. If I say you could, yeah, but believe me,
That's because they don't know the difference in how much cotton and bricks weigh.
Nice segue, Jessica. There you go. Nice. Rock on, baby. High five. Virtual high five. No, exactly. If you're not interested or you change your mind or you're not, just say that. They're going to sit there and have the intern send you another one, and then they feel bad. We give them out sparingly. So if you get chosen to go into there, I mean, that's why it's vetted. You know what I mean? It's very cool. It's music. It's Gen X stuff, but it's for boomers and for film. It's for any kind of music and funny stuff. As long as there's no politics or religion in there, you're good to go. But so people will do it. But other ones, whether it comes from my account or one of the interns or anyone, the little mini angels or someone that sends it, and then they go, you have to click the invite. You know what I mean? So it's like, wow. I should have you have to be this high to ride this ride type of sign or something. You know, and if they say no or whatever it is, like someone might have been like miscalculated. Okay, fine. But don't sit there and go, okay, can you resend? You send and they go, okay, I'm in. No, you're not, dummy. You have to click on it. It's not going to take you to a link to Nairobi Prince to send him $4 million. It's a legitimate shit. What's the matter? You can vet it all day long. We're all over the internet. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so we are in agreement that a pound of cotton and a pound of brick weigh the same amount, correct? We're good?
We are in agreement.
All right, look at that. Next chief of police, you're smart. It's good.
I just go blonde time to time, okay? It's okay. It's okay.
Right. Just make sure it's not between 8 and 10 on no, I'm kidding. We'll see you on Saturday. So you've been more active and everything. I'm glad that you are. So any parting thoughts, Jessica? Anything that you would like to say before we go?
I am so glad it is so close to the weekend so I can get myself back out to the lake, get some tan on and barbecue. That's what we do.
Yeah, that's right. You're jet skiing and everything. Looks like you and your family have a lot of fun. I think that's great. Yep. Go to the lake. That sounds awesome.
Looking forward to that every weekend.
Every summer or even leading up to, right? When the weather breaks, right? When it's,
as soon as it does, we start camping out and doing our thing. So that's what we look forward to. Family stuff.
Food tastes better when you're barbecuing, you're outside and everything. I think
so.
Oh,
yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. If I give you some kind of prize or like the golden horns or something like that, will you give me, like, tell me what kind of stuff is in your barbecue sauce? Or you think
I don't know. No, because I mean, it's the person making it too. It's the person making it too. Like you got.
I just wanted to see what you would say. You're like, well, wait, no.
No.
Paprika and liquid. Have a nice day, Greg. Yeah. Right. Fine. Be that way. Anyway, so that's cool. Thank you for being here, ladies and gentlemen. That is our guest co-host right there, Jessica May. Thank you for being there. Survey says. Yep. Very good. All right. So we will see you on Saturday, and then people will probably want to talk to you, but they can't now. So you can ignore them if you want. I usually do. But it's like the Blues Brothers. Remember, he goes like this. He goes, "What's this?" He goes, "Those are just requests. It doesn't mean anything." He goes, he throws it away.
Doesn't mean anything.
Oh my God. Too funny. All right, so that's good. We're good. All right, Jessica, thank you for being here. I will remove look, that's fine. Try not to get locked up between now and then, like go into Walmart or something, because we can use you on Saturday. Appreciate that. All right, folks. Jessica May, live from Texas. She's a cool chick. She's a rocket chick. I think she's very subdued. I think she could be a lot more wild if I allowed her to be. Well, not that I'd be able to stop her, but I'm just saying that. But she's definitely always welcome here at WGAT. You find some good people occasionally, not always, whether it's Twitter or not, but once in a while, you know what I mean? I go with a gut feeling about different people and everything, and Jessica's definitely one of them. So in all seriousness, I appreciate her being here and giving her time for Mean in the Morning right here on WGAT. It's 88.7 FM. We will be back next Tuesday for the same show, Mean in the Morning. That's 8 o'clock, my time over here, 11 o'clock on the East Coast from Jersey. How you doing? Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Get a couple laughs. Like I said, we're kind of all over. Obviously, we're not scripted and we don't hold back. I have a bleep button. She does not, and it works out perfectly. We have different people that are trying it, and we're we have different co-hosts for different things. So there's not one person that's better than the other. They're different. And we like that. It's versatility. So we've had Sunita on, we've had Jessica, and I think we're going to have one other person on for next week, maybe two. And then we're going to go from there, and we mix and match a little bit, but it's all fun in the end. It's time well spent. We have fun doing it. And it's something a little bit different. I'm mean all the time. So you're just seeing it in the morning. Believe me. You don't have coffee waiting for me or something like that. You better get the hell. I drink coffee for your protection. Just remember that, people. Anyway, we will be on Saturday Eastern time. That is at 8 o'clock, a little bit after 8. That's on the air. And I'm going to be live streaming from my X page, which once again is at WGAT Meet Radio. Like I said, saving independent radio. That's what we're doing. So we are taking. I mean, that's how we do it. We take stuff in, just like we raise money for different charities and different functions and different, for good things. We want to still exist. So we just like PBS was, like public broadcasting. So without your help, we want to exist. We want to be here. We want to do these things, not for us, for you. And it's my absolute pleasure to be able to do that. So in all seriousness, thank you very much. I'm going to run that caption on the bottom again. That is how, if you want to help and you don't want to just talk about it or look at it and you actually want to, it says it right there. Donate to keep independent radio alive. Our Cash App is Mean Machine Radio, and our Venmo is Mean Machine Media LLC. You will get a legitimate receipt and everything else. So it's going to a good cause, and that is to keep this going. Gen X rules, baby, which, by the way, I own that now. And you'll see us on all of our different social media, and there's a lot of people behind the scenes that allow me to do what I'm doing. But once again, careers at meanmachineradio.com or info@meanmachineradio.com. You can drop us a line if you'd like to. We have interns for sometimes just the summer. A lot of fun, cool stuff, and you can make a little bit of money as well. So why not? So if you have something to let us know, drop us a line. Say, why should we consider you? Why do you want to try to be a guest co-host? Why do you want to work on radio? Or do you want to be a broadcaster? Are you learning to just sharpen your chops, your skills for public speaking or whatever? Anything. We do not hire journalists because all they want to do is write about it. No. So it's actually stuff, but it can be fun. You'll work with the admins, and then eventually you will get an opportunity to work with me. Yay. Isn't that nice? How's that for a prize at the end of the rainbow? That's kind of like, oh yeah. Nice. Not quite that explicit, but
No! This is Patrick! Oh, I'm not a Krusty Krab.
Anyway, I just like playing that. And one more time for the Father's Day jingle for people that missed it. All right, because I'm not going to have it on the board much longer. So here we go. Strap yourself in. Here it is one last time.
Hey, Daddy, are you going to come to Red Robin this Father's Day? That's right. You forgot to pull out. Now you get to eat out. All daddies get one free meal this Father's Day. Fuck them kids. This day is about you, Daddy. Only at Red Robin.
And now live from your sister's closet, it's the Mean Machine Radio Show on New Jersey, 88 WGAT.
This is probably the best station in the world.
That's right. Tune into the Mean Machine Radio Show in New Jersey for real talk with no BS. We're real people telling it like it is. Get the raw truth on all things in society, life, and culture. Join us for brutally honest guests, banter, and no-nonsense advice. The Mean Machine Radio Show, where life gets real.